everybody? Long time no recap central. It's been like 10 days or something. I saw it the other day. I was like, I think Uncle Ben updated my playlist. I was like, what's going on? Guess what? We have a first. Before I even say anything else, as you can see, the topic is trends we are living in 2025. So this is the things we're not taking into 2026 with us. It's just meant to be light-hearted, fun. We are not shading anybody. We are not coming for anybody. It's just our own preference. Again, as always, do what you want. Nobody's going to beat you. So even if all of these things you do them and you're happy with, it doesn't affect us, go ahead. This is just a light-hearted show. No shade, no disrespect, nothing. And guess what? Sister Biba already put her own first trends we're living in 2025 on the backstage. What did she say? She said, what did Sabiba say? Abby, we need to leave not starting the show at the scheduled time in 2025. Sabiba.
Good one. Nice one. Nice one.
What's better than one co-host? Two. And I have Auntie Yinku's Pepe and our very own honey babe here today.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
Hope you had a lovely Christmas.
It's about to be hot. It's about to be
Why does it feel like this recap central? It's been like a month since we heard your voice like this, Abby.
Definitely.
What's going on?
It's because remember that the last couple of recap central, I was I was tired. Mm-hmm. I've been on holiday since almost over a week now. I've been enjoying my life. I don't go back to
holiday mode. Yeah.
So my energy is high, but the last couple episodes, I was tired. I told everybody now I was going through lots of what's the word? I was just tired. End of year fatigue.
Sorry.
So of course, I'm feeling more energized now.
Yeah, you feeling better?
That's good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Thank you. Honey babe, how have you been and where have you been?
I've been around. Sorry, these kids, man, they can't stop eating, honestly. Every time I have a moment to myself trying to text you guys is the boys. So I've been good. Very nice Christmas, very low-key. Didn't have the whole extended cousins and aunts. It was very low-key, just literally the kids, myself, couple of friends, and then my stepdad and my mum. It was nice. It was really good. And then the next thing you know, Christmas is gone. So yeah, been good. Ate a lot, probably too much. Had a little too much Baileys, but yeah. What are we now? The 30th. So yeah, it was good. How was your sister Yinka?
Mine was good. I tried to rest though, and I have something on my list here on this things that we're leaving in 2025. So I started mine early because I am leaving it in 2025. I tried to rest.
Yeah.
Well, I may have gained like 10 pounds.
We go again next year.
It happens.
2 months.
I know you're all come off. I know you're very
next year, 2026, we go at it. So yeah. That's just been it, just living life, taking everything a day at a time and just trying to get things done. That's just it.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Amazing. So I'm going to say hello to Real Fam that we have in here. Uncle Ben was the first to be here. Thank you, Uncle Ben, for coming in.
Hi, Uncle Ben.
Gypsy Hot. Hello, Real Fam. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. And then we have Sister Bieber of Canada. I don't know what accent that was. Thank you so much, sis. And look at the original troublemaker, Uncle Ogachoki, sir.
Ogachoki, welcome.
Ogachoki, where have you been?
So the rest of us, should we stay in 2025? Because I don't understand your comments, sir. Explain. And then who else do we have? We have Sis AY. Hi, Sis. Good evening. Long time. I feel like I haven't seen you in weeks. Welcome. And then we have Cool Mama. Good evening, Sis.
Welcome, Sis.
Or maybe it's just that I don't see your comments because we have that issue with us. Not everybody seeing your comments. Welcome, Sis. Anyway, like I said, today's show is about So Stabiba is, I think she was replying to Masinku saying she had to get on her indoor bike this morning. Definitely ate a lot. Me, I don't even care. Whatever happens, happens. Next year we go again. As for
You will go
now, life,
again, no?
let me enjoy my life. See, it says she said Abby's enjoying Blaze. Do you know that? I don't know if you heard though, but I didn't end up going to Lagos. I don't know if you heard that I am in London. But I made a decision not to even go back to work to tell them I'm going to be around. I just made it. She were on holiday. No problem. I hope none of my colleagues are here. We're on holiday. Cool. So I didn't go back to work to say I wasn't going to Lagos. So as far as my workplace are concerned, I'm in Lagos. I'm on holiday. The end. Sis, everybody saying thank you, sis. My adulthood though, or do you have $1 million you're not using? Me too. I'm looking. All of us are looking for $1 million.
They're looking for the $1 million, so
Well, all of us
everybody.
are
We're all
looking.
looking on. We're all looking on.
Cool, Mama. Sister Biba is saying hello to you. She's saying that she doesn't see your comments, but she's saying hello to you. I don't know what it is with a couple of us not seeing Cool Mama's comments, honestly. And then Ogachoki is saying, I'm still calling Uncle UB into not leaving is behind. Oh, okay. As in you're going to be calling Uncle UB.
Uncle UB. Okay, got it.
Got it. Got you. Okay, so let's go to hello, sis. So let's go to the again intro topic. We're going to be talking about trends we are living in 2025. Please don't forget to leave your own comments about what you want to live in 2025 and what you'll be bringing into 2026. Now, it could be fashion, it could be just life and personal developments. There's so much we could talk about. But like you see on the screen, I have fashion trends. I have the clean girl aesthetics, which I would explain later on. We have oversharing there as well. And there's a few pictures on the screen as well. On the thumbnail, we have a woman with her boobies in our faces. We have matcha there as well. We have hair. This is like what you call Lagos hairline. Apparently, Lagos hairline. I don't know who started that name. And then we have Labubu, which obviously represents like some sort of fashion trend. So, of course, we have Auntie Inkus here, who we also know is very big on fashion. She has her own fashion brand. So I'm sure she can, engage us a lot with the fashion things. I'm sure there's so many things that she sees with styling, with even having to curate her own brand as a fashion entrepreneur. I'm sure there's a lot of things that she can tell us about. And then we have Honey Babe as well, who is about that life of accountability. So I'm sure there's so many things that she sees and she just rolls her eyes like, what is this one again? Oh? So I have like the perfect combo here with me today. So Auntie Yunkus, what do you think we should start with?
Should we start with fashion or should we start with lifestyle? Which one
I think we
are
should start with fashion because I feel like with lifestyle,
Fashion.
I feel like more even men will be able to relate and can bring some things in. So fashion, a lot of men might be like, oh, don't really care. Or they might want us to like, in a sense, take the lead and be like, okay, I've seen that and I thought it was weird. So let's end with lifestyle because I think lifestyle would also help us kind of give advice, especially you and seeing and Honey Babe as to the things that we need to actually fix in quotes. And just some sort of, should I say, encouragement to people for the new year.
Okay.
So I think that's a good way to start. So I'm going to start with indecent dressing and indecent exposure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And please help us, please.
See, we need to leave that in 2025. Me, personally, I'm tired of seeing it. Yeah, we know you have the body. We can see the body inside the material. We don't need everything out in the open. There's no dignity in it. You don't go to children's parties with all your goodies out in the open. There are men there. It's not a girls only event. Let's do better.
Yeah.
Eh? Yeah, we need to leave that in 2025, not carry that into 2026. It's unbecoming at this point. Honey Babe, I beg, please chime in.
Yes, sorry. Sorry, apologies, guys. Yeah, I totally agree with my fellow sister circle colleague. Um I personally think you know, I just personally think that there's something
Oh,
really kind of like,
Honey babe,
sorry, what
sorry,
happened?
give me a second. Honey
No
babe,
problem.
sorry.
No worries.
oh wow.
Chucky is
Oh
saying
wow.
this is emotional to me. I wish for cousin to come back from his coma. The court may come in to turn his support off. I'm just tired.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Mm,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brother Chucky.
mm, mm.
Honey babe, you were not there. I think because you know about this, right? Were you on the call when he
No, I
No,
don't
I
think I
jumped
was
in
there.
short, but I had to jump out. I wasn't there for long enough, so I didn't
Sorry, I
hear much.
didn't know about it. Sorry. What was this
yeah,
about?
it's only people that were on the call that would
Oh,
know.
sorry to
So
hear that.
Chucky was has been away because he's been caring for his cousin who's been in hospital. And yeah, it was pretty bad then, but even sounds worse now. Wow. Chucky, I'm so sorry. After
I'm so
the
sorry.
after the live
Mm,
stream, we'll see, we'll talk on the backstage just to not even put out so much of your business here,
mhm.
to be honest. Sorry, honey babe, I caught you. I just saw that comment.
That's
I just thought it
that's
couldn't
okay.
wait.
It's good that way. Our prayers are with you, Chucky. I didn't know anything about it, so
Yeah.
just wishing you the best, and we'll reach out to you off
Yeah.
stage. Yeah. So in
Yeah.
Yeah.
regards to this, I always have this opinion that I personally think is very vulgar, and for me very kind of unsexy when you see a woman where you literally see everything. I think it's very unsexy. I think in this day and age there's something
Mm,
really, to me, really respectful about a woman. Yes, you can show your figure eight, but there's something really nice where you don't have to expose something. And I know I'm not a man, but tell me, men, in the comment section, I think a lot of men will prefer a woman that doesn't show all her goods compared to a woman that dresses in a very, sexy way, but at the same time, everything is covered. So for me, I find it very vulgar.
mm,
For me, I'll just have one brother. I can tell you that the type of women that my brother has dated has always been women that have been very put together, very much. For me personally, and I don't want to be disrespectful, I feel that women that dress like that, there's an insecurity complex. Because I feel for you, if you're confident in yourself, you don't need to show everybody your boobies, your nyash, your pants, your everything, because you're confident in yourself. So I personally believe that if you are very confident in yourself, you don't need to show the full package. So I
Hey.
think that's something that us as women need to, really think about. Be confident in yourself. You don't need to put everything on display, like OnlyFans kind of thing. I think it's very, very respectful to yourself in your person to cover. Now, I'm not saying you can't show a bit of leg, bit of cleavage, don't get me wrong, but I don't need to see everything. We don't need to see it, whether it's men or women, because sometimes when I go to parties, I'm like, oh my God, what is she wearing? She might as well have not worn anything. So I think from my point of view, in the bin, that type of attitude in 2025, let's leave it in 2025. And in 2026, let's move away from that type of mindset.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank
I
you. I
agree.
don't know. I think
Mm,
for me, like I said, the indecent dressing thing, I just think there's a time and a place. I'm not here to be the moral police of, or the person that dresses the most modest. I just think that when you're on holiday is different. When you're at a beach is different. When you're, I don't know, beach club, all of these things is different. But like I said, all of these things of going for family events, going for a wedding. I was talking to one of my friends who's we're planning her wedding at the moment, and I was talking about how even with Ashwebi girls, I think about it as I'm kind of a representation of my friend. Her in-laws are going to be there, her father-in-law, her mother-in-law, all of that stuff. And I'm here as a big girl with my guinea all the way up. And the ones that have the biggest boobs where it's on their neck, as in it looks like you're choking. It doesn't look good. You're representing your friend. Do you understand? It's not an all girls. We're not going out as girls. You're not in the club. Even then is a lot. Oh, you know. And then some of them will claim that, oh, they are so heavy chested that there's no clothes on the market for them? Do we know how difficult it is? But somehow you're able to find a way to make you for work, right? You're able to find, all those sort of environments. You're going to court or whatever, you find a way to make it work. So I believe you can make it work as well. I have friends as well that are heavy chested, and I've seen them wear ashwebi and they've done it properly. Sometimes they may even need more fabric, but they've done it properly, right? So I don't even think that that is an excuse. And the one that annoys me most is even like even when you travel and you go to family friendly resorts and all, I see those sort of things where I'm just like, that this is a family friendly resort. It's not adults only. What are you wearing? You go for first year birthdays too. Children's parties. You'll be seeing parents dressing anyhow, and see, especially women. Men, I mean, what's the most that men will wear anyway? Like, what is going on? I don't like that as well. Uncle Ben, I'll report to you. I don't like that as well. And then I want to show you something, please. Let me share my screen on Instagram. I want to show you something. Let me go. Where do you put this thing on? I know it's on the phone, but I don't know where it is on. Is it maybe my profile? Where is it usually saved? That's it. I saved this thing for today, oh. Because I had to go and look for it. Please, can you see? This is Idia Asien Abikilokbe. This is an actress. Can everybody see my screen properly?
Yeah, I can see.
Can we see what Nancy is wearing? What is what did she wear? Lagos Fashion Week. Hey, God, that beg. God, that
for
beg.
real.
God, that beg. Is it so that we'll talk about how what? Are you seeing what I'm
a lot to say.
It's not mesh paneling, no. That's her bare skin, no.
That's her bare skin.
Yeah, I can see. We can see.
You can see.
Wonderful. What can you say?
She could have just taken a bed sheet and put a hole in it and put it over her body.
But the thing is, what I've noticed about this type of thing, there's a reason they do it. They do it because we're talking about it. A lot of these, because like, remember the whole Kim Kardashian kind of thing and the J-Lo with that green dress. It's about we all talked about it. A lot of it is for the fact that this type of thing goes viral. Oh, did you see so and so? She wasn't wearing this. They know exactly the impact. They know exactly what that this type of dressing may not be appropriate in our culture, but they will still do it just to be talked about. And for me, it's very irritating because they just copying the way that the West, in terms of fashion and very risque type of dressing that they do in the West, and now they want to copy that trend. To me, I don't know who the fashion designer is, but all this is about attention and being talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say that there's a difference between being stylish and being overexposed. And we always like to say, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. But I'm judging. Call the police. Yeah, I'm judging. Because right here, I'm seeing this. And when I see stuff like this, like the other ones that she showed, I just see a woman that lacks self-respect.
Thank you.
It's not about being old-fashioned. You just lack self-respect.
I'm glad you said it. It's the
self-respect, and it's written all over you because you have no respect for yourself. You have no respect for the people that you're going to see there. You have no respect for people's spouses. You're just going to show up like this. Come on. And then the one that annoys me the most is, why are you bringing our Ashwebi into this? Because our Ashwebi is supposed to be elegant.
Yeah.
It's supposed to show how, our African side.
Our
when we talk about African queens don't go around half naked. I'm sorry, we don't do that.
I mean, thank you very much.
This?
I mean, look at this. I'm looking at this, and Jesus, Abby, stop, man. I'm looking at these movies, and like I said, the thing is, I am very top heavy, especially having 2 kids. And yes, I breastfed both of them, so they've exploded. Don't get me wrong, but I would never, ever, ever wear this type of thing. I have been bridesmaid, so I've had to sew, all of it. And I am the opposite, where I'm very conscious of my cleavage, of my boobies. And I'm of the case that I don't want them rattling around when I bend down, they're flopping out. I'm very to the case where I don't want to expose too much. I'm obviously I'm proud of my body shape, regardless of whether I put on weight or not. But I'm not going to expose myself like this. And for me, this shows attention. I'm not trying to judge, but I think Sister Yinka said it. Women that dress like this, for me, and it's you have low self-esteem, because I do not understand why you need to expose all of your boobies when you're going to a wedding, a party. It doesn't make sense to me. Why? It's ridiculous. And I think people like that need to deal with whatever self-worth issues they have, and stop dressing like this, because you can't say this is fashion. Because you're literally hanging. If the one with the pink, if she jumps up and down, those boobies are coming straight out.
She wouldn't dare, sis. She wouldn't dare. She wouldn't dare jump.
I just think that, what annoys me is that the whole point of, our native attire is to celebrate our culture. And you've turned it into a spectacle that I sometimes dread going to parties, because I'm like, let's see how these girls are going to dress. And I'm never, ever disappointed, because you got one girl that will literally have just a piece of material, and I'm sorry, Uncle B, covering their nipples. And that's literally it. It's just ridiculous. Disgusting. And I think we really need to assess our dressing. It's getting out of hand. And I'm not one of them, elderly people. Obviously, I'm older. That is all about you cover yourself from head to toe. I'm just saying that you can be very sexy and elegant, but you don't need to have your boobies hanging out. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Thank you, honey babe. Auntie Onyi, welcome. CC. This might as well just have been CSU when I think about it now. CC,
I thought CC was joining us.
That's what I thought. Hi, CC.
Hello, Auntie Onyi, welcome. Please, who is she? She's an actress that's acted in only 5 films. Anyway, she's an actress. Her name is Idia Essien. I think it's Essien, but she just spells it differently. Idia Essien, and she's the Ineka in that Ineka and the Serpents on Netflix. So at least she's acted in Netflix film. But anyway, let me read a few comments, if there are any. So we just have everyone agreeing. Cool Mama agrees with Auntie Yinkus. Sissy is saying, I can't stand this naked dressing. Please put some clothes on. Auntie Grace, good evening, ma'am. Welcome. And then Sissy is also saying, it's a bravery from me to be that heavy-chested and wearing spaghetti strap. Sissy also says, I always ask, so you people don't wear pants? Like, seriously, it's a real question. What underwear are you wearing with these outfits? Nothing. I don't wear anything. I cover my booty and still look hot with my
Thank
hips.
you.
Period.
Yep, period.
Yeah, you can. Exactly.
And Sissy is saying it's nasty putting your pump moisture everywhere. Can we stop?
That's just gross.
Oh, okay. I'm saying it's ASEAN, not ASEAN. Thank you for that. Anyway. So I think the next thing I want to talk about, which I didn't bother finding any image for this, is inappropriate underwear and bra solutions. Now, I'm very, very passionate about this one. And the reason why I'm passionate about this is because from a fashion standpoint, right? From a fashion standpoint, I think that it doesn't, when it comes to, we have different bra solutions for a reason. We have, strapless bras, we have t-shirt bras, we have all sorts. And I think that when you wear the appropriate bra, your clothes look nicer. When you wear the appropriate underwear, period, whether you need, even slim ladies would wear, what's it called, tummy control. Like, it just looks nicer when your clothes look smooth. And seeing, because I think you guys just saw that you're muted. Are you trying to are you trying to agree?
No. My son stepped in 8 seconds, so I was on mute for
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like it just looks nicer when you have the right underwear on, in my opinion. And this is including those that think that they have small boobs and you feel like your nipples can whatever. Let me tell you something. It just looks nicer when everything is packaged nicely. in my opinion. Not just bras, anything else, whether it's tummy control, whatever they call it these days, it looks nicer. Because even as slim and as toned as I am, I still wear some of those tights and all because I know it looks nicer underneath a dress or whatever. Everything is not even always decency. Sometimes your clothes just look nicer with the right underwear, with the right
Undergarments.
solutions, right, for clothes, right? I'm trying to remember the name of that thing. It's not Tommy Control I'm looking for. There's a name I'm looking for. Because Tommy Control makes it seem like it's only about Tommy.
Is it girdle? Because
It,
that's what my mom used to
Not
wear.
Gedule, because Gedule is still for Tommy Control. There's a word
they're
I'm
like
looking
shapewear
for.
shorts.
Shapewear.
Shapewear. Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Shapewear, because I don't want you to be focused on body. I'm
No
talking about
wala.
it.
I
I'm
get
talking
it.
about it from
Yeah,
the.
it
I don't
puts the
have a
shape
right.
in.
I don't feel like I have a right to talk
Yes.
about it from a body standpoint. I haven't had children.
Mm-mm.
It's a different struggle.
Mm,
So
no
me, I don't talk
problem.
about it like that. Maybe Auntie Inkus or Honeybee can talk about it from that
Eh?
point of view. Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay.
no, because you've been there. I don't feel like I have the right to talk about things like that. But
Okay.
for me, I'm talking about it from the standpoint of fashion itself.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah, I get
fashion
it.
girl, and I tell you that bras make your clothes look nicer if you wear the right bra.
Yeah.
Spanx, Sissy, thank you.
Yes.
Spanx. What do you call it again, Auntie Inkus?
Spandex, isn't
Shapewear.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Shapewear.
Yeah, Spanx
Make
is the
your
brand.
clothes
Mm-hmm.
look nicer,
Mm,
right? So it's not
it's not tight.
people,
It's
the
not
people
tight.
call it tight.
It's not tight,
Yeah.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
I
But
mean, we
these
call it tight growing up in Nigeria as well.
okay, but
Spanx, let Spanx and Shapex be your best brands for 2026. We're not ad. It's not an ad for them, oh, but they do wonders.
Yep.
but the thing is that stems from this idea. I know that especially women getting married, the kids, like I said to you, I know of friends of mine that, like I try to, because obviously you go up and down in terms of your shape and how
Mm.
large you are with weight. And I personally make an effort at least once a year to get measured. I know many friends that haven't, because of, I'm not trying to look down on them. Life happens. They've not measured themselves, so they're not the same size they were. The bra doesn't fit properly. It now affects the way that the dressing or any clothes on top of it looks. So you have some women that unfortunately haven't got the time to get, to buy these things. So I'm giving people grace, but I do agree that as women, we need to find the time to get measured regularly to make sure that you are the shape you were. Because, we fluctuate with weight, shape wear, whatever it is. Because I've seen women in parties where, I'm sorry, I've actually thought they were pregnant. No disrespect. And they're not, because of the fact that they haven't bothered. They've worn this very figure hugging dress and their stomach is protruding. And maybe they shouldn't have wore that dress, or if they should have, they could have had shapewear to make sure that everything looks good. So I think things like that we need to think about. And I'm not saying this as someone that's slim. I'm a bigger size, but I'm very aware that definitely shapewear and having the right bra that fits you is something that we need to do regularly and get measured.
Thank you, honey babe. That's why I
I
said that I'm
agree.
not even coming from a place of I'm not even coming from a place of fat or anything. No. I'm coming from a place of it just even looks nicer.
I
That's all
sent you
I'm saying.
some
I think
images. I don't know if you'll be
yeah,
able to
I'm going
check your.
to yeah, I'm
Yeah, if
going
you're
to
able
put it on.
to.
I've just sent my laptop.
Yeah. So it's not about, your size or, about weight or anything. It's just that for me as a stylist, when I'm making clothes, say for a bride or for anyone that I know does not, I already see their fashion sense, what they wear, how they dress. I always send them a link. Like it's not even an ad. I just know it works for me. People ask me when I get dressed sometimes, did you get your body done? I did not do nothing, no. Mm-mm. And it's not extra padding or anything anyway. It just puts your body right. Like even, no matter how small you think you are, there's something about shapewear that just holds everything where it's supposed to be. And your clothes just hang better. So sometimes you may not even need the corset and all of that because you have this shapewear on. Your body just looks pink. And that's just it.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
See, this is one of an example of a shape where it just makes everything look really good. Yeah. Uncle Ben is saying, I swear I'm lost. Women convo is wild. And Sioyin is saying Spanx quality socks, the LLX or what is it called? My tummy
Shape
60.
LX. Yeah, Shape LX is the new one. Like Shape LX is what I would recommend for like my brides or anyone that's, that I know don't really wear shapewear. And once
Mm,
you start, I'm telling you, you can't go back. Then they have everything from like full body to like half, which is like shorts with
mm,
the waist control. Very
yeah,
good. You just need to be able to get your right size.
Mm.
Get your right size and you're good to go. And it's for all sizes. So it's not for small people. You have full figured women wearing
Mm.
these things and they look very, very great.
yeah. That's
Do
what I'm
you,
saying.
I mean,
Even I wear it. I don't really have any body concerns. Yes, honey babe.
do you remember? Because I used to hear a lot of my friends in church mention it. Tell me, guys, in the comment section, do you remember body magic? Because I used to
Oh
hear
yeah.
people
Oh
talk.
yeah,
Oh my
that's
thing. That thing was
I used
it.
to hear people talk. I never
my
used to
mom.
use it.
My
I
My
mom
used
tried it
mom,
back then. My mom
we
wanted to
had
die. She was like, "What's
they
this?
had
I am not wearing."
they had an affiliate program just like what they call that what they call that makeup brand or Mary Kay.
Mary
Mary
Kay.
Kay.
Yeah,
An
Mary Kay.
Mhm.
affiliate program just like Mary Kay, I think. So we used to
I used
have
to
like
hear about
aunties
it.
in our church. I don't think so. But they used to have aunties in our church.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to sell these body magic things. I
Body
think it had
magic.
an
Yeah.
affiliate thing. Anyway,
Oh my gosh. It just came to my mind. Sorry.
yeah, it's similar. And so you're saying you're right. The clothes do hang better, but by chubby, it's not even. I don't think the purpose really is to hide anything. It's just clothes just look nicer and smoother.
Mhm.
So at the
Yeah,
end of the day, if you're on a bigger side or have any other concerns, that's a different story with like what's it called exercise and all. I'm
exactly.
like
Yeah.
again, I said that I'm speaking from a place of even bras. Let's even forget all of these things for a sec, right? Even bras. I'm even speaking on this nonsense where everyone is just leaving their breasts to hang out and their nipples in our faces, poking out and all. And I'm here to say, please, even bras, let's learn to wear bras. For someone like me, where you can wear, okay, let's even use an example. All of these cutout dresses, some things have a bit of a lower back, etc, etc. No wahala. You have nipple covers, you have backless, you have backless bras, you have options, is my point. Let's wear the appropriate underwear. Same thing with pants. One thing I cannot stand is panty lines, underwear lines. Let's wear the right. We have seam-free underwear now. We have all sorts of solutions. Let's invest in them so that whenever you open your wardrobe, you have something to wear for the different outfits. It doesn't matter what it is. Does anybody have anything else to add?
Mhm.
No, I agree. I remember a long time ago, like you can definitely. I remember many times, even my wedding. I had a very I was pregnant with my second son then, so my boobies were like, yeah. So I remember got the necessary, the backless dress, and I had a bra, and then I had, you can pull it down, but everything was packed. I actually looked really
Mm.
good at my wedding, by the way, but yeah, beside the point. But yeah, you can pack everything. I mean, you just have to find it, whether you go to Marks, whether you go to different, there's loads of online lingerie. You just have to order it and then just, get fitted. I think there's, whether you're
Mm.
slim, whether you're slightly more busty or a bit heavier, it doesn't matter. I definitely agree with Abby that pack everything nicely, pack it
Honestly,
well, do the shape, body shape, and everything. We're not for us. I don't think we're saying anything about shaming people in terms of their weight, but whatever your size, you're beautiful. Just make sure that if let the clothes layer
do your own
themselves
part.
nicely.
Yeah,
Exactly,
do your
exactly.
own part. That's what I'm saying. Like I
Yeah.
don't have. That's why I said I didn't want to talk about Tommy or whatever. I'm just been talking about
Mm.
even me with my tiny petite body. I still make sure I wear bra. As you know, even me, I need. We talking about it here where people were talking. I think it was CC and D. They were talking about being heavy chested. I mean, I'm not heavy chested, but sometimes I want a little bit of boom boom. I wear my push-up bra too. I wear my push-up bra too. All of them, because I know that this dress, if I push it up a little bit, it's gonna look nice.
Mm.
I wear my push-up bra too. I'm just saying that it's not even always about
Mhm.
opposite. Sometimes you need a little bit of help. Why not? You know? So yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
And we also have
Okay.
cutout dresses. That's the last part of this cutout dresses. Now, let me tell you something. You see, me and cutout dresses, I don't have a problem with cutout dresses per se. Again, my own thing is just where you wear them to. I think that if you're somewhere in Mallorca or whatever, you know, maybe beach wear, whatever, but I just don't know the purpose of wearing cutout dresses to walk on the street of London. I don't really know. To me, it's not appropriate. I understand it when you go on holiday, you're in, Maldives on an island. I get it, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really understand the concept of this and being on the streets of London. And think, do you have anything to say about this? I don't get it's cut out
I
everywhere. And
don't, I don't, I don't, I don't
that
get it.
I have
Uh,
with
there's some,
Nigeria. You see
there's
how
some things I don't get. I just don't get
I
it.
don't
you
get it
see
because
Fashion Nova and them lots now. Everything now is tie rope everywhere, rope, cut out. I'm
yeah, but
tired.
this is the trend that's on. Like, if you go to Boohoo and all those online stores, they have a lot of all these cutouts. So that's the trend now. Me personally, if I look at this, I'm seeing haute couture, something that should be on a runway. I don't expect, because the thing is, most of these, to me, this type of cutout, it's only a certain type of body that can even that it can even work for. I just think that this type of thing is for high fashion, and the streets of London is not high fashion. So I just think that if you're gonna wear that, is it gonna look good on you? If you got big boobies, forget about it. So I think it's just dress appropriately. Yes, you can be looking sexy, but you don't have to be showing half your cleavage, half your waist, half your crotch. It's just not appropriate.
Yeah, I just think
Um,
that it's about the time and place as well. Anyway, the
mm.
next one I want to talk about is I'm coming. The next one I want to talk about, please, is logo mania. Gucci,
Oh,
Gucci,
okay. Wait,
Gucci.
Abby, please, no vex, please. I just wanted to say so since I don't want to say it while you're talking about the logo one. I
Okay.
wanted to say, please, just because it's available in your size does not mean it's for your size. Can we agree?
We can.
I'm sorry.
I
We're going to
agree.
do this.
I agree.
Is either we do this all, we go all in, or we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do it at all,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So let's do it right.
I
Just
agree.
because it's available in your size does not mean that you should wear it, auntie. No. Mm-mm. Please. Let's leave it in 2025.
I agree with that.
There's some things you know that just is not going to work for your body. Look at yourself in the mirror in the house. If somebody is hailing you and say, you look amazing, please check your friend circle. Check. Because they are not okay. They're not telling you the truth. And you know, then they're not telling you the truth.
Ah, clock
They're not
it,
really
clock it. That's so true, though. Some things are just for slimmer people or smaller
Mm.
people, petite people. It, it,
exactly.
it's just the truth. Because I
Yeah.
think sometimes what we unfortunately, and I know a lot of people that maybe are heavy chested or on the bigger side, they say this a lot where, hey, it's not my fault that I'm this, not my fault that I'm this. I get that. But I think that sometimes with fashion, some things just look out of place on certain body types. That's just the unfortunate truth. And again, I'm not talking from a place of body shame. I'm talking from a place of fashion, where
Mm.
we have to be very honest about the people that some people, there's a target market sometimes, right? There's
Yeah.
certain people that a lot of these fashion brands have in mind, and it may not be you. That's just the truth. Because think about it when it comes to like the runway and all, we see things like that where just like, this was not for you. There's a reason why they've chosen size 6 and size 4. These days they're trying to be inclusive and bring what they not us, they consider as people that are on the bigger side. Most of the time it's not past size 14, and size 14 is not really big, let's be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they bring them and say that this is their plus size model and all of that. So I think that we need to be very honest about who the target audience is sometimes with this fashion. It's just the truth, right? And since M. Jones here
Agree.
is saying ladies need to dress for their shapes and their bodies,
Body type.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying many ladies don't know how to dress appropriately for the occasion. Absolutely not. No, sis Oyin is not on the backstage.
Okay.
But the funny thing, Abby, is like, I mean, Cece said it before. There's like that particular cutout dress, beautiful. I wouldn't wear that because I know it's not appropriate for my shape. You understand? Boobies will be hanging out, and I ain't got time for all that. So I think is taking a very objective view of your body, and it's a beautiful body, but knowing that certain clothes, it doesn't work. I'm not being afraid to understand that, okay, this thing I picked up, I need to put it back on the rail because it's not going to suit me. Let me choose something else.
Absolutely. And so you said yes, but the ads give the impression that the tummy will disappear. I definitely wear shapewear throughout the spring, summer, early fall due to wearing mostly dresses and skirts. Yeah, I do agree that they give that's I mean they have to advertise. I always say this whenever people talk about ads. If you see a McDonald's or KFC ad, it looks so nice, but when you in reality, if you buy a burger, everything is just shrunk. Like the lettuce is not doesn't look as nice as the pictures. So they're going to advertise so you can buy, but you yourself, you just kind of have to know what works for your body, honestly. So I totally get that. Anyway, my next thing I want to talk about is logomania. I'm tired of people that just wear logos from head to toe because you're wearing something expensive. I mean, you don't have to overdo it. Chanel on the head, Chanel on the leg. I just think it's too much. I think there are a lot of quiet luxury, and now this is specifically talking about luxury. There's a lot of quiet luxury stuff, and where the logos are very small, if at all. The logos might be inside, not visible, right, on the outside. Yes, maybe those quiet luxury, we have the Laura Pianas and the rest. I get that. But when you're now wearing things that are heavily branded, I don't agree that you have to mix it from head to toe. Everything you're wearing could be over $1,000, but it now depends on how you combine it. There's no reason why on your head, on your chest, on your there's no reason why it should all be logos. I have a problem with that.
This is giving
It
me
doesn't
Ajegunle
look good.
vibes.
Honestly, it looks very
This is,
ghetto.
yeah,
It doesn't look good. I don't get where this started. How?
Aba
Why?
markets.
You want to
It,
show that you have all the money? What are you
I
trying to prove?
I think you'll notice that it's new money that behave like this. Because like I said, when you're it's new money. You know, when you come from a mindset where you've grown up with no money, then you finally get money. You now want to show everybody you have money. So you do all this designer. Because there's many, many millionaires out there. I'm trying to think who he is. The guy that did Virgin was Virgin Records. I can't remember his name. If you see what he wears, he's a millionaire, he's a billionaire. So I just think that sometimes when people are dressing like this, it's from a try hard mentality where they want to show everybody, I'm it, I'm rich. There's a quiet confidence when you know who you are as a person, where
Mm.
maybe you have the shoes that are designer, and then maybe you have like a 20 pound pair of jeans, and then the top is a really nice designer Ralph Lauren shirt. There's a quiet confidence that you don't need to scream money, 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 because you know that at the end of the day, you are more than your logos. And I think it stems from the fact that, that exposure about China and all the luxury stuff, all this designer stuff that everyone is buying. We now find out that you could probably, all that designer is just basically the name and the branding, and actually how much it actually costs to produce the bags and everything doesn't cost that much. I
Mm.
personally think that you'll notice that a lot of old money, they don't dress like this. It's new money where they've just come into money, and they just, for them, it's like a confidence thing. I need to show, because when you have money, you don't need to scream it. You don't need to tell
So,
people I'm a millionaire. There's a quiet confidence. And I think, sorry to say, in our culture, as soon as we attain a certain level of money, it's like, I need to be in designer. I need to have, no, you don't need to, because there's many rich people out there that behave in a way that you wouldn't even know that they're rich. I think it's just a way for ego to say that, oh, I have money. Because for me, I think it's very tasteless, where from head to toe, you're full of designer. Who are you trying to impress? No one.
do you know what's crazy? I can't wait to do a show on luxury fashion, just because I think I know a lot about it. Because that China talk, I don't agree with it, but I think that has to be a show on its own, which I would do sometime in the new year. And then secondly, I don't agree that it's all new money that does this. I know a lot of old money people. I'm just like, I think that it's just people that their
They
desire
just
is
don't know how to.
yes, I think there's people that their desire is just to show that they have money.
Fair enough.
But there's just so many instances. Like I said, that would be a show on its own. I mean, I'm not even here to tell anybody to wear a 20-pound pair of jeans. If you have 1,000 pounds to spare spend on jeans, go ahead. I think the issue I have is when the jeans now has logo. The top has logo. So there's a lot of quite luxury stuff. Even, do you understand? As another thing is, as long as you're not just buying it because it's expensive but it actually is ugly. That's another problem I have. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that, I mean, again, ugly is actually relative, because I'll give you an example with something called tabby. Tabby shoes are the shoes that are like horseshoes, right? Let me see if I can find them. Tabby shoes, and I actually like tabby. I have a pair of tabby ballet flats, and I like them, but a lot of people hate them. It's the same way a lot of people hate what do you call it, hates the Birkins and stuff, right? So sometimes ugly is also relative, but that's why I also preach something else, which is more under the section of life, which is you need to do things for yourself and your own personal interest, not because everybody else is doing it. That's why I also preach that generally when it comes to social media, because it's very easy for people to. So I don't know if you can see my screen properly. I don't even know. So these are the tabby
Yes.
shoes by Mason Magella. I
Yeah,
like
I
so
them
will
and
not
I
be
have a
caught.
pair.
I will
yeah,
not be caught dead wearing those.
I've seen them before. Yeah, I've seen them before.
I
Hmm.
love these shoes. A lot
Interesting.
of
I
people
know, but some people love
find
to.
them. A
I
lot of
don't
people
like
find
them.
them what you call it. A lot of people find them what's the word, ugly. But I actually don't. I actually don't find them ugly. Um
Hmm.
sorry. I think
Is
this is the
that it? Sorry, is that
this
the
is
same shoe?
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I can
That's
see
the
it
same.
better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit ugly. I'm not
I
gonna.
They're
don't find
ugly. I could
They're
not wear
ugly.
these.
They're
you
You
ugly.
know
have
what
to
I'm
pay
saying? That
me.
again, that's the thing. Like, cause okay, so for instance, this is a picture of mine,
Okay.
and these are exact same shoes. It's not this picture. It's not these are the same exact same shoes that I'm wearing in this picture. This picture, I can't. I don't have any clothes up where it's just my leg. So I don't know. I like the shoes. I really do. Maybe this is whatever. I'm wearing the exact same shoes. This picture is too far off in
Yeah, I can see it,
this
this one.
picture.
Hmm.
So
I can
I
see it.
don't know. I like the shoes. I
Mm.
honestly do. But but again, I feel like that is a whole different show where I'm going to talk about fashion on its own and luxury fashion in particular, and the
Yeah.
balance of you're doing it because everybody else is doing. Tabbies have been around for a very long time, and I only got mine last year after so many years of watching and all. And
Hmm.
there's some, in my opinion, that are extremely ugly,
Hmm.
because they have different styles, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, I really Uncle Ben looks like a is he Ogbanje shoe? I really
That is.
like the tabbies. Oh my god. But it's controversial, isn't it?
I think the issue is for me is that our community, and I'm saying this with all due respect, we like to follow trends. So, Dolce
It's not about
Gabbana, all them type of things. Instead of you to have, oh, I like a certain brand, and that's fine. But I noticed that when you're going out, you see the same girls, same Nigerian girls having the dressing the same weaves, same shoes and everything. We don't have any originality. We just follow trends. Now, if you like a certain designer, then stand on it. Be the only one that likes it if you like it. But I think the problem I have is that we follow each other when it comes to designers.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't think that's a black thing, Auntie. Because you have anything to add, so I can move on to the next trend.
Yeah, so the designer thing is a big thing for me too that I see a lot of, especially okay, let's go back to the Owambe and the shoes and bags and all of that.
Mm.
Now our aunties are pairing shoes and bags, and then all of a sudden they're coming to the party and all they have is designer bag, designer shoe, and their friends are wearing the same thing. It's like Ashebi now. You have the Ashebi fabric now, you have the Ashebi shoe and bag. And we know that, it has a logo that is designer, but we know it's from China. So
Rachel,
okay. Okay. Let me stop. Go ahead,
See,
keep going forward.
I told you
Continue.
that I'm going to get into luxury fashion in another video, because I'm someone who I am against buying replicas and knockoffs.
I
I'm
don't like
against
that.
doing things when it comes to fashion. I've spoken about it briefly, and it's a very, very difficult conversation, because some people would say that's what I can afford. Other people would say stuff like, I think there was a show that Cici and I were on, where I kind of deviated into like even why I don't support certain high street stores and Shein and a lot of fast fashion. But that's the thing, it's a very complex conversation that comes across
Mhm.
as quite classist or whatever, whatever, whatever. But they are very important conversations to have, especially when you're in the fashion industry, because a lot of these ish things are very dangerous. Uncle Ben is talking about please talk about Balenciaga. So for instance, I had a few Balenciaga products that I decided to sell due to a controversy that they had, I think 2 years ago now. So I'm one of those people that I stand on business and stuff like that. I don't wear Lululemon because their owner has repeatedly talked about black women in a very terrible way. I will never wear Lululemon. I'm one of those people, I stand on business when it comes to stuff. It's the same way I told everybody here. I don't go to Starbucks anymore. So I'm very, very particular about things like this where fashion is concerned as well. There's no point in me spending £2,000 on a Balenciaga bag when you don't like black people. I'm giving you my coins for what reason? The same way I feel about Lululemon. You have told us, the owner has told us that they don't make it for black people, that they make it for
Mm.
white people, and black people cheapen his brand. So what is going to make me wear Lululemon now and take picture and put it on Instagram to give you more visibility for my black sisters to wear it?
Preach it, Abby.
Or,
Stand on
or you
business.
Preach it. Yeah.
said that
Stand
we
on
cheapen,
business.
you said that we cheapen your brand. That's what this man said with his own mouth. Same thing I feel
Mhm.
about makeup.
I'm the same. I don't go
Huda
near.
Beauty
I,
recently,
I
you
agree.
don't represent us on your page. Black women are constantly buying your products. Every model
Hello.
on your page is they're white or Asian.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still
Mm-hmm.
going to buy. See, that's me, oh, and that's why I said the day I do that show about fashion and all,
Mm.
it's going to be deep. And don't get me wrong, we're not always going to be represented. And that is why another thing is, if you know me, haven't posted anything on Instagram in a long time. But one thing about me is I'm pro Nigerian brands.
Mm.
I'm constantly shopping from Nigeria, constantly. It doesn't even make sense. And our brands are expensive, whether it's the Kai
Mhm.
collectives that are British Nigerian, or the Fumi that are Canadian Nigerian, or the Hanifa that is American African Congolese. I'm
Mhm.
forever buying from my African sisters. And don't get me wrong, any small thing, £250, £300, they are expensive because they are
They're
independent
not
brands.
cheaper. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
am pro
Yeah.
Nigerian.
We need
I
to.
always say this, I'm
Yeah.
pro Nigerian, then pro black. So I'm
Yeah.
constantly shopping. If you see me on holiday, you'll be seeing all of my Kilenta. You'll be seeing all of these brands. That's what I'm wearing on holiday. So I stand on business when it comes to those stuff. But like I
Mm.
said, I'm going to get into that and luxury fashion, and even I'm going to take it I'm going to take it to another level of how I actually plan my luxury purchase. We're here for a long time. Recap Central is here to stay. So I have so many things that I could talk about, right? I have so many things I could talk about when it comes to the fashion thing, planning, etc. Because some people just think it's impossible or whatever, but that's by the way. Anyway, so the next thing I want to talk about, Auntie Cruz and Honey Babe, is um what do you call it, to Lagos hairline.
Mm.
I don't understand that one. No.
This is
Lagos
spaceship thing.
hairline Lagos hairline is this hairline where there's like a is it widow's peak that they call it in
Mhm.
front. Mind
Yes.
you, that's meant to be a natural hairline. I mean, the idea of frontal, as someone who wears wigs a lot, is that it's supposed to match your natural hairline. So
Mm.
forcing a widow's peak and forcing a hairline that is not yours, I think it looks outrageous. All of us that have the same hairline. Meanwhile,
Mm.
what we should be going towards is your natural hairline. Your hairstylist is meant to do it along the line of
Exactly.
your own
Yeah.
hairline, right?
Yeah.
But now everybody's doing widow's peak, happy what they call it now,
I don't know what it is, mate.
and all sorts, and they call it Lagos hairline.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point of weaves, yeah, and I said this before, and no disrespect to people, is that your wig is supposed to be as natural as it is to your own hair, including the hairline. So this widow's peak, I don't even know what that is. It
mm,
doesn't make sense because the shape of my head is different to yours, Abby, and it's different to your sister Yinka. We're all
Mm.
individual. So the way it's supposed to work is that your hairdresser is supposed to work with your hairline, work with your hair texture, and you would obviously have that consultation and you would buy a wig, make the wig, and it's supposed to be as near to your own hair type as
mm,
possible. This is not the case. That's why, no disrespect, when I see people wear wigs, I laugh. I know it's a wig because the wig is supposed to be as natural to your hair, but when you're having all this widow's peak, it makes your hair, it makes sure you look so unnatural. And for me, a wig should be a wig where it's so beautiful, so near to your hair that I have to ask myself, oh, is that Abby's real hair? I should be able to question that. And this is the problem. Most of these wigs are just not meant for us because we're buying substandard wigs, or we're buying
Mm.
wigs that do not suit us. And don't come for me, but I just, that's how I see it.
Yeah, of course.
I agree.
Absolutely. Um. Okay, sis. Atinko is recommending shapewear. So people are saying spot on nappy. Thank you, sis. Sister saying Anthony is saying, yeah, I don't do designers who talk down on black people. As long as me I'm aware. Sometimes you may not be aware, that's fine. Once I'm aware, that's it. I'm gonna sell you off to people that want you. Thankfully I never bought a piece of Lululemon. And fortunately, I mean, at the time I learned this news, they just opened a store in London, so I didn't even get a chance. And I was like, okay, that's it. There's many other brands anyway. What is Lululemon? I think someone already answered you, Uncle Ben. And so you said, I bought some clothes from a boutique when I went home, and the designs are very nice. Oh, yeah, they're expensive, but they're nice, and they're better quality than a lot of high street stores. Depends on what you want. Is MJ saying I don't tire for that hairline? Honestly. Sisada is saying Lululemon is a brand that sells ugly leggings. Are they really ugly, or are we just being haters? Anyway, the next one, please. Oh, the next one is eyelashes. Eyelashes that are like wings. Honey, babe, say something. Say something.
How is
I
this
don't wear
even nice?
I don't wear eyelashes because I tried it and I nearly blinded myself. I wear contacts if I don't wear my glasses. So I wear contacts most of the time, and then maybe like every other day I wear my glasses. Obviously, I'm as blind as a bat. I'm very short-sighted. And I
Mm.
remember I tried wearing lashes, it didn't work for me. I nearly, like I said, blinded myself. So for me, that literally looks like a snail, a slug. I'm sorry, guys, has been put on her. That's actually making me shiver. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It works for some people. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. But for me, I think this eyelashes thing has gone a bit too much. For me, I really like it. I'm personally a very natural person. So if I'm going to wear lashes, I normally get someone to do it for me because, like I said, I nearly blinded myself for occasions and for parties. But I've noticed that lashes have come to the extreme where even walking to the shop to buy milk, you see girls with their bonnets with massive eyelashes on, which
Eyelashes.
doesn't make any sense to me. To me, this type of extravagant lashes is supposed to be for special occasions, but it's become the norm now. Personally, for me, I've heard of stories where there's been eye infections because most of these girls do not take it off, or they've glued it to the extent they've got glue in their eye, and next thing you know, I've heard of stories where someone has actually got an eye infection from these type of massive eyelashes. So beware, be careful, wash your hands, hygiene, blah blah blah, because you're touching your eye area. But for me, yeah, what can I say? It looks scary to me. Sister Yinka, please comment.
Yeah, one thing that makes it difficult with wearing lashes like this and being because it's so unnatural, when you eventually take it off, right? If you were the one that liked the lashes and then you eventually take it off, you will feel like there's something missing from your whole look. And
Mm.
that's how a lot of our women kind of stick with it, where they're always wearing lashes. And I think that lashes is supposed to be like, when you're stepping up your glam for a party, maybe you're the celebrant or something. But right now, this one that I'm seeing right here is a no. This one is a hood.
Mm.
This is not lashes. This is pretty much for me when I see stuff like this. All that is in my head is this SpongeBob character friend that's like an eye that has this hair over his head. That's all I can see. But there's some really, there's
Nice.
some really natural lashes out there that when you get it done, it actually steps up your makeup game. And I get
Absolutely.
that when you have events, but when it's everyday look where some people can go 24 hours, step out of their house without the lashes. They love the lashes. It's like part of their entire look for every single day. I don't know how they do it, but it's a no for me.
So basically, of course, people do semi permanent lashes. So it lasts a couple weeks, 6 8 weeks, and then you go refill. Sometimes take off and start again, just like nails, right? So that's why
Mm-hmm.
it seems like people have lashes every day. But that's another
Mm-hmm.
thing you need to really think about. If you know that you've gone out of your way to, same thing with my nails. My nails are always a certain color. My nail
Mm,
tech knows me. We have my color 509 because they
mm,
are natural pink. And the reason why my nails are always like that, because I have to remember my nails are always pretty short length, right? I do my nails all the time. But the reason why my nails are like that is because I have to consider that I want it to work for my everyday life. I want to go to the office and look normal. I want to
mm,
Yep.
go. So for me, and besides that, I have to look at my hands all the time. And I've always been someone that likes minimal stuff like that when it comes to nails. And also, I rarely
mm,
ever, I can count the number of times since I started doing my nails at university, which at this point maybe around 10 years now. I can count maybe one, I can count on my one hand the number of
mhm,
times I've done any color that is not a natural pink color, at most French tips. Because for
mm,
me, I've always also had that identity crisis of I'm wearing green and my nails are orange. I'm wearing purple and
Mm-hmm.
my nails. I don't know. For me, it just never ever look clean
mm,
enough for my
mhm,
fashion from a fashion point of view for me. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I
Admire nails.
agree.
I admire
yeah,
nails on women all the time and wish I could
yeah,
do red nails or purple nails. But I have tried and I go back to the nail store the next day to say, please, please, please change this for me.
yeah.
To my 509, 509 and 513 are the colors that I use.
That's the colors that you use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my nail tech knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I
sometimes if it's
mean,
someone that does not that doesn't do my nails do it and they're like,
mhm.
oh, 509, 509, they know, you know.
Yeah,
So something with my toes as well. So I kind of understand it, but it's just not my style. So in terms of semi-permanent lashes, I get them sometimes, but I only get
mm,
them when I'm like on holiday because again, it's not just about the look, it's about the convenience of it as well.
yeah,
It cuts down your makeup time, all of that stuff. So I get it done. But my again, with eyelashes as well, I like them more natural, similar to my nails. So with these eyelashes, the reason why you see somebody without makeup, and also there's another thing I about eyelashes that's very funny to me. But eyelashes can look very weird on their own without a full glam,
Correct.
without a full
yeah,
glam.
Exactly.
So if
yeah,
you
That's it
so if
right
you're
there.
not doing
Mm-hmm.
natural eyelashes, like do you know that it's out of place because it only works with a full glam in a
yeah, it
sense,
does.
right?
But some people wear them. I've seen them at work. They didn't put nothing on them, not even concealer, but they just got their massive eyelashes.
Yeah, exactly why I said that even with the nails thing, I have to remember that I'm going to work. Oh, as in my daily life is not
Mm,
glam. So I cannot be carrying. Do you understand? There's nails that just cannot
mm,
work
yeah,
because I can't, it doesn't fit into my daily whatever, whatever. Let it now be that my eyelashes are a little bit more dramatic because I'm on holiday for that whole week.
yeah.
Sure. But on a daily basis, I'm going to work, I'm going to Tesco, I
Mm.
mean, it just doesn't work.
I agree because I remember I used to, before I had my kids, I used to have my nails done every 3 weeks. I had the full acrylic ones to the extent, yeah, when you wear you do it every 3 weeks, to the extent I was having brown ridges on my nails. That's
Yeah.
how there was a time I was doing it religiously for 2 years. Now, picture this, you have a baby. Those nails are gotta go. So as soon as I had
Mm-hmm.
my first son almost 13 years ago, I've not done my nails since because practicality of terms of washing my child, changing his nappy, it wasn't going to work. So very similar to what Abby said, it doesn't work in everyday life. In regards to the lashes, I'm only saying this because I wear contacts and I have to be very, very careful in terms of putting my finger near my eye. I know a lot of people would have an issue with that, but I do. So for me, I think my only concern with those type of lashes is, number one, even when I put contacts in my eye, it's a foreign body. So when you have lashes as thick as the ones that you've displayed, I think my concern is that sometimes your body's going to react to a foreign matter near your eye. So for me, I'm very much a case where if you're going to wear lashes, you need to be very, very careful that, the lashes don't go anywhere into your inner eye because you can get eye infections. And another thing I would say is that just be very careful with water near the lashes and stuff like that. I think that's my only concern. But I do agree that it does step up your makeup regime, and it, whether it's a wedding, a party, you want to pop. But I just think personally for
Not so
everyday
essential.
looks, I just think it's a bit too much for every single day. But everybody,
Mm,
has their own desire in terms of how they want to look.
absolutely. Like I said, they can't really remove it every day. That's why it's semi-permanent. But that's why you have to think about it like, where am I going to with these nails or with this whatever? Like for instance, these nails now, where is that appropriate in my daily life?
Yeah, no, this is this
Where,
is
where are you
this is just ghetto. That's all.
It's
That's all I say. 'Cause
it's
it
not.
doesn't make any
It's ghetto.
sense.
It how
It's
practically,
just
I
like,
mean, for me, practically, what you can't, like I said to you, how, I'm sorry to say it, but how do you wash yourself? How do you get in
mm,
those crevices
I
with
don't even
that
want to think
nails?
about it.
How do you button up your clothes? How do
Mm.
you drive? Come on, for me,
going?
it's, they look nice, but day-to-day life, it's not practical.
Uncle
So
Ben,
it
why are you
makes
clicking the link? Why are you clicking the link? What's your
the
business with the
link is
link, Uncle
not
Ben?
for you.
The link is not for you. Why are you clicking?
They even put
The link
the
is
name
not
of
for
the
you.
link. I think you could even put the name of the
Don't give
link
him any
there, but
link
you still
or
clicked it.
Eh?
You still
Mm,
clicked it. Sister Viva said, laughing at
yeah.
some. Same. I got long nails done in November for some reason. It looks nice, but typing was so awkward and somehow had to anchor a lot of meetings that period. Honestly, I've done stuff like it looks like I saw it look nice to somebody else, and I was going to do. I'm like, Abby, stick to what you know works for you.
Stick to the
What is your
plan. Stick
style?
to what works for
That's the
you.
thing about this nail
exactly.
thing. I always every time I've attempted to have colored or design on my nails, I've hated it. Max 48 hours.
Mm,
I run to back to the salon, say, guys, I'm
mm,
begging people, switch me back to my natural pink. It just I
mm.
don't know, it just works better with every outfit that I wear. I think it's
Yeah.
just classy,
I get it. Yeah.
Mm,
etc. So I
mm,
that's but I always have my nails done, but they're
yeah.
short and they're natural pink every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Because they're
Mm-hmm.
So
practical for your life, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just think it looks cleaner and etc. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing I want to talk about is actual fashion trends. And Auntie Increase, you're going to give one. Honey Babe will give one. First of all, I'm going to share the link if anybody wants to come up and add to it, add to the conversation. And I'm just going to put and then we're just going to move on to live. The other as no, actually I have one more thing to address. So lie. I cannot go anywhere without addressing. It's one of my pet peeves.
What's that?
Um, you're gonna see in a sec. Ah, I can't do. Where is this thing? Where is this picture? Because the other one seems like it's a bit far away. Okay, let me use that one then. So one of my things is and this is also an upbringing thing for me. I will see my
Hey,
very well. Okay, so growing up, mm,
are they
my
the airport?
yeah, the airport, yeah.
This is disgusting.
Growing up,
Sorry.
Sorry. Say that again, please. 'Cause my screen is school because my laptop's playing up. Are they at the airport?
yeah, the airport, yeah.
Yeah, sis.
Wow.
So growing up, my mom was very particular. My mom was so particular that we fought all the time because for me it's like everyday wahala. Honestly, that's how I felt. Because I remember, do you know my mom was so particular to the point where you dare not leave the house to go to the supermarket down the road with flip-flops. My mom would buy, those keto sandals, jelly sandals. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what to call those, whatever
Yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
jelly sandals. My mom is
I
like,
remember.
that's why she bought them. The idea was, I don't care how close to the house you're going on an errand, you need to look presentable. Flip flops are not allowed out of the house. Do you know that I took this thing all the way to adulthood? I don't wear Crocs. I don't own a pair of Crocs. I get that people are saying it's comfortable. It's just that around my house, I wear my
No.
bedroom slippers. So there's no way that I'm wearing Crocs too. Because I don't wear Crocs in the house. I have comfortable bedroom slippers. I cannot wear Crocs outside. So there was no real reason for me to buy Crocs. I don't know what I'm saying makes sense. Even if I could
Mm-hmm.
admire everybody wanting to buy
I get
Crocs,
it.
there's nowhere to wear Crocs too. I cannot wear Crocs outside the house. I have bedroom slippers. And when I have to step out, the least that I can wear is a nice looking pair of sandals or slippers because that's how I was brought up. And I never understood because a few times as a child now, you just walk out of the house. Shay, I'm just going 5 minutes away. Problem. You said I should go and collect tomato from the woman. Problem. So that's kind of how I grew up. So I think in a sense for me, it was very shocking when we got to this point of trends and people wearing bonnets everywhere. Now, first things first, let me talk about how this is something that I've experienced. I've seen it. You go to Tesco, you go down the road, Walmart, whatever, you see women wearing bonnets. And I never understood, especially the airports. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that the bonnets are supposed to be to protect our hair. If you've gotten your hair done as well, it keeps everything nice and, and in place. I get it. However, as someone who travels a lot, as someone who has gotten a lot of free upgrades and a lot of benefits because of the way I look at the airports, I highly recommend that you dress nice when traveling.
Yes.
I kid you not. In fact,
Yes, it was.
I have one ex-boyfriend that thought I was doing too much. And he's mad because we were traveling somewhere together. And I normally, for me, I buy my standard economy ticket with hopes that I can upgrade at the airport because it tends to be cheaper if it's not a booked out flight, etc. So I get to the airport now and I'm like, how much is it to upgrade my flights? It's a business. And I got it for free because we had small conversation about where my blazer was from. Now I'm someone who I'm very particular about things. I understand that you travel and you have to be comfortable. But let me even say little things where wearing like free work pants, for instance, and a t-shirt and blazer. Please, what is so uncomfortable about that? What is
Absolutely
so
not.
uncomfortable?
Nothing uncomfortable about
There's
that.
nothing.
Sweatpants and Lululemon. I don't understand it. Now let's even talk about sweatpants and I can't wait to do a fashion episode and seeing you because you definitely will be my special guest. Let's even talk about sweatpants. I've now come to a point where I realize that those cuff hem sweatpants are not necessary anymore. I'm now trying to be more feminine. I'm grown, I'm 28 now. I'm no longer 19. So I discovered that there's straight leg sweatpants. There's what's it called? Flare legs sweatpants. They have the same
Right.
comfort, but a
Mhm.
cut that is more mature and more dressy.
Right.
So can you see that you are still within your comforts, but dressed nicer and appropriate? Switch hoodies for things like round neck sweatshirts and cardigans. Now you don't look like you just rolled out of bed and look like you're just come from ends, Peckham, or one place.
New Cross.
I'm just saying that it's the same idea, but you've just gone for different cuts that look
I
better.
get it.
Now, with the bonnet thing, I get it. You're about to get on a flight. It's a 13-hour flight. You want your hair to be intact. Very simple. Go to the airport with your hair done. Remove the elastic band for your lace. When you get on your flight, put it back on now that you're sat in your seat and about to take your nap.
Thank you.
For me, the rules are very simple. Don't act like, oh, your hair is going to scatter between your
Yeah.
house and
Yeah.
checking in and boarding.
Mhm.
Go
Mhm.
to the airport look nice. When you
Mhm.
get on your flight, tie and this is coming from someone
Yes.
that wears wigs. So I get it. You don't want to sweat off your frontal. Of course, I don't want to do that instead. When you get on your flight, put your band back on, put your
Yeah.
bonnet on and sleep your sleep. When you wake up, by the time me too, everybody knows. I think I even have a video, get ready with me for landing on my Instagram. When it's time to land, I will also wake up, clean my face, put sunscreen on if it's daytime, put small whatever, do what you have to do. If you have to use some mouthwash, go to the bathroom, do that. Is a 13-hour flight after if you're sleeping. Again, I remove my headband and my bonnet, brush my hair, and I'm good to go again. And I'm smiling at everybody because, again, you get perks by smiling and looking nice around the airport.
And talking.
Yeah.
Abby is so right because
I've hacked it already.
Yeah.
Now, dressing, me particularly, again, I'm going to bring a fashion episode. Me particularly, I've also started to cut down the amount of trainers that I wear because, again, I have a petite frame. So I try not to look like a baby. If you see me outside, you might think I'm 17 and I don't like it. So I started to be very, very conscious about what I wear. So I started to invest more in like loafers and comfortable ballet pumps, flat shoes that, I still look feminine and dressed up enough, but still casual. So, these are the sort of things that I do around the airports just to make me look the part. And then people will come, Okay, your business class was meant to be 860, but one thing is now 320. Amazing. For no reason. Just because I came to smile and I wore with Zara blazer that you like, you know? So Auntie Yinkos, please help me, ma.
I completely agree with you. So there were a few years ago, there was this actress, Monique. She came out and
Oh
she was
yeah.
talking about our women, being out in public, wearing bonnets and pajamas and all that. And they were showing the pictures at the time and videos of women that were at the airport. How are you wearing sleepwear to the airport? I don't get. How do you even leave your front porch?
Mm.
And then you get in the car or you take an Uber, you get out of it, you pack your bags and you walk into the airport, you check in and you're looking like that. You have a bonnet on your head. Come on now. I mean, look at this image. What does it I would not I thought we were gonna leave all of this behind. It should have been gone and done like maybe 5 years ago.
Mm.
I mean, I remember that, when my dad would travel at the time, my dad was always suited up.
Yeah.
My dad will be in
Yes.
a complete suit with his dress shoes and everything
Yeah.
every time he was getting on a flight. And even now, when I'm getting on a flight, I take special care. Like sometimes you can just wear as simple things as you want, and but throw on the blazer. But
Thank you.
please don't leave your bed your front door with the bonnet on your head. Yes, you're trying to keep your hair. When you get into the plane and you're checked in and you're about to fall asleep, if you feel like you really need to put that bonnet on your head, go ahead
Mm.
and do so. But please don't even leave your house like this now. Why would you do this? You can't
They're
go to the
everywhere.
grocery store looking like this. This is
And
just
seeing
not
kids, they're
okay.
everywhere in this London. Every girl leaves their house like
It's
this with these socks and
mm-mm,
crocs, leggings, socks, crocs, bonnet, hoodie. I'm
mm-mm.
like, if police come now, they're carrying you because you look like the suspects that are looking for. You look like the
And
suspect.
and
Abby,
guess
you're
what?
joking.
Guess what? We always say that, don't judge me, don't judge me. I am judging because I'm gonna judge you by the cover that you give me. I don't know you. So when you present yourself to me, I am gonna look at you as someone that has no self-respect, that just stepped out, put on your bonnet or whatever with your shorts and everything and flip-flops, and you're getting on a flight.
It's not
Mm.
nice.
It's not okay. It's just not okay.
And think it's
So if
like
you
you
don't want
said,
people judging you, you need to do better. Dress
um,
as you'd like to be addressed. Period. I think that may solve a lot of problem.
yeah, like that blazer hack. Oh, like you saying that blazer hack,
Yeah.
or even if in winter, like a little
Hmm.
throw, what you call it, like a little like a poncho, something like that. It's not even that hard, honestly, honey babe.
Blazer would do a lot of good though. Just
Um,
just th- just throw on blazer on pretty much almost
I
anything
think
and you're good.
at the end of the day, everybody has autonomy over the choices that they make.
Mm,
So for the person that is saying that nobody cares, fine, nobody cares. But at the end of the day, be very much aware in reality, you will be judged by the
Mm,
way that you look. And you can't deny that. So I think personally, I've been in a position where I've traveled and there's been situations where I've dressed in a way or I've spoken to flight staff and I've been upgraded many, many times without having to pay a penny. So that's the perks. And I think personally, everybody would have some type of self respect before you leave your house. So, as much as, yes, you're going on a plane and practically you want to be in clothes that are comfortable, there is this preconceived notion about the way that Black women are perceived. You are going to an airport with bonnets, you're looking very disheveled, you've just rolled out of bed. And I think
mm.
that self respect, when it comes to looking your best, it needs to come back. In the 60s and 70s, look at this picture. A woman, I don't know if it's AI or whatever, but there's nothing wrong. She's in a in an
That's
outfit
lounge. That's
that
literally
is
lounge wear.
it's
But
not.
let's
lounge
be on
wear.
the trend.
There's a way that you look. So
Lingerie.
I think
Yeah.
I think personally, at the end of the day, I just think that there has to be some self-respect. And to you, Sister Yinkers, when you said I've seen people drop kids. I've seen people with dressing gowns. I've seen people with literally like nightgowns dropping their kids to school, going, buying milk. So I think this is a trend where people don't care about the way that they look when they leave their house. And I think it needs to stop and it needs to be put in the bin. And in 2026, people need to change. Now, I'm not saying you should be a fashion model, but have some self-respect. There's nothing wrong. Like I said, I personally don't wear wigs, but if you have a wig or whatever, there's a way to do your wig and if you want to sleep on the plane, you put your bonnet on. It's about being presentable, because if it was a job, would you be dressing like this? So I don't understand the argument that nobody cares. Because if you was going to your job, you would dress in an appropriate way, whether it's a uniform, whether it's a corporate outfit, you would make the effort to dress appropriately. So come on, make it make sense. So I think there has to be self-respect when it comes to presenting yourself in everyday life, because definitely if it was a work environment, you would definitely make the effort to dress appropriately.
I agree. Let me read a few comments, please. She said, I say in bonnet. Remember when the comedian Monique spoke about black women not wearing them at airports? They came for her. Yes, she did. I remember she spoke about, I remember Antifumi De Salovold also addressed this. That video went viral as well. And again, like, I just don't understand it. This is something that I've learned from being a child, where just down the road, just put on those cute sandals, because where else are you going to? Just look presentable, make sure your hair is done, pack your hair. And like I said, I even forgot, because this is not, I'm not here to say that you have to be perfect all the time. You just have to be presentable,
No,
because
not at
again,
all.
Tesco is down the road. So where am I going to that I have to put makeup onto Tesco? Nowhere. I don't wear makeup every
No.
day, not even to work. But let me show you an example of how to do bonnets without looking stupid. What's the difference between bonnets, this and bonnets? It's not the same idea. Am I tripping?
Not at all.
It's the same idea, but you can see that is a nice scarf.
Mm.
It's actually the same idea of putting up your tying your hair. Maybe your hair is not done, or even want to protect your hair. I do this all the time, or I wear a hat. I wear cap as well. Quickly. Wear cap, you start going. So is this not better than a bonnet? Even add something to your these scarves are £5 in Afro-Caribbean store. Forget, nobody says you can buy Gucci or buy Dior. These ones are cheap. They are on ASOS, they are everywhere. Forget her makeup. Just assume she does not have makeup, because again, this is even someone that is even trying to still do fashion. But I'm just trying to explain that one thing that I always do is there's earrings I just wore today on beside me here, because just wear small tiny earrings and whatever, you're good to go. You're good to go. No makeup, anything, but people know that you tried to. So that's what I think, where if you really, really need to do the bonnet thing because your hair is not done, we don't always have our hair done or whatever. In fact, even if you use your natural hair, sometimes natural hair itself, when you think about the fact that it's 1 hour to get this hair together to leave the house, just find a way to. There's so many ways to tie hair scarves in a way that looks nice and keep it moving. That's just what I think. Anyway, let me continue reading comments. She said, I'm just saying, get rid of bonnets and printed pajama pants, period. They are great, easy breezy, elevated loungewear. No, there's so many nice ideas. And the trainers talk. The reason I spoke about it from a point of me and just how small and young I look. So I started to like move away from things that make me look, even like dresses and all. I started to move away slightly from things that make me look younger. And that's why I started to do more elevated looks. I started to invest in like loafers and ballet pumps, because it just makes me look more like a woman. Since most times I still get ID'd for paracetamol, which is like 13 years old in the UK. So I'm always very wary of how I come across, because I'm actually a grown woman. So there's no reason for me to be coming looking like a baby. Ashley is saying, same, that's my dad. That's how my dad is. In fact, that's how my parents are, which is why for me, I think it's also more of like an upbringing thing, how I have to look. My siblings are the same as well. Is anybody saying they look like they didn't even bath before leaving house? Just roll that up. I like how you say bath. A blazer or a basic color cardigan does the trick. Honestly, when I travel in winter, I have ponchos. There's these ponchos, I have a bunch of them I bought from eBay. They're less than £30. I just really like that. I have maybe a few from what's it called, Zara. And so when you saying I was driving my son to swimming lessons, so I couldn't respond. People with bonnets outside their homes, ratchets. Also, from another point of view, is you still carry that bonnet and take it to your bed, Abby, to your house. After carrying it outside, you now enter your bed with it, Abby. Do they change it when it gets home? I beg. And Chinky is saying the way you present yourself communicates your values before you speak. Period. AEIOU is saying hi, hi. Okay, Yeke is saying, thank you so much for this up. I never knew there are still people like you guys. Thank you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. And so he's saying, Crocs, I'm actually wearing a pair right now. They're actually recommended at the pool environment so you don't slip and fall. That being said, lots of Crocs because they are my to work shoes. Yes, and so yeah, I mean, I was even just saying that I didn't feel the need to buy them because around the house, I have my bedroom, whatever, and I can't wear them outside. So I ended up just being one of the people that keeps buying them, to be honest. And to be fair, initially I kind of thought my aunties are doctors, so we always had Crocs around the house anyway, because a lot of doctors wear Crocs to work. I know, but yeah. Okay, so she's saying the way our girls dress up these days is upsetting. Honestly upsetting, and they'll say we're being too people like auntie Yunkos are only baby will say maybe, oh, these aunties are annoying. But come on, man. Okay, now me, I'm not an auntie now, but I'm telling you guys that it doesn't even make sense anymore. Okay, now I'm going to talk about this Labubu something. Please, can we leave Labubus in 2025? Let's not carry it on to it's not, again, this is not every trend that you jump on. Hmm? Let's leave all these labubus, all these nonsense trends. A bunch of influencers come up with these things and everybody just goes with them. Please, let's leave them in 2025. Thank you very much. Honey babe, one fashion trend you want us to leave in 2025 quickly, and let's move on to the life aspects of this video.
I don't even know. So, Sister Yinka, can you talk for me?
No.
Hmm.
One fashion trend we're living in 2025. And
Oh
seeing
yeah. Please do not leave your house without a bra. Just because your boobs look like they're perky or whatever.
Hi.
It's just not okay. It's like you're abusing people, man. You're out there abusing people with your nipples and stuff sticking out like that. It's not okay. Come on.
okay.
I know they stand, but it's okay. We you can still wear something. Yeah, please do. Cover it up. Thank you.
And can I just add to that regardless of how small or big you are, you need support. Thank you.
So I think is saying that she doesn't wear her Crocs, not at work, but I drive them. Yeah, yeah. I get you. That's what I'm saying. A lot of
Yeah.
people is comfortable for them. Blah 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 blah. For me, Crocs, I have comfortable trainers that replace my Crocs.
Mhm.
Etc. Again, for me, which is the point of I'm just adding something that
Yeah.
everybody else
A
is
lot
buying.
of Yeah, a
Everybody
lot
is
of healthcare workers wear Crocs because they're
yeah.
very comfortable. They can
Mm-hmm.
walk hours in those shoes. So I get it. Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes
and that's
sense.
why even before the latest Crocs, whatever, as I was saying, I've always been around Crocs because of my aunties that are doctors for years. But I just thought to
Mm-hmm.
myself, people just want to spend another extra £40. Is it that deep? I calculated where am I wearing this thing to? Nowhere. So I'm not buying Crocs. So I'm one of those ones that do not buy Crocs. Anyway, so for me, it is Labubu. For me, it is one influencer buys this bag, and honestly, I'm guilty of this. So don't do what I do. Do what I say, okay? Do what I say. But that whole thing of one influencer starts one trend of some Balenciaga bag and now everybody has it. Ugh,
Mm-mm.
ugh.
But Abby, what is I'm sorry, maybe I just don't know. What is Labubu? What is
This
it?
thing now,
Is it teddy bear?
this just remember this thing, this Labu, this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
You've
this
not
thing.
seen
It's
it. This
very
thing on the right.
No. Maybe
it's
my let me look. They look
It's
ugly.
what it's all. I don't know. They just okay. So basically, it's like is it Japanese or Korean or something? Some
Yeah. I
Korean.
kind of guess it's from Korea. It has to be, yeah.
Yeah,
Where they
some
have it on their
Korean.
bags, on their key rings. Yeah, it has to
Uh-huh.
be.
And that's
Yeah.
the it's becoming a trend. And again, that's what I'm saying about that whole thing with like influencers. They
Mm.
start something and
Yes.
we keep it,
Mhm.
it's okay. Like it doesn't even make it's not everything you jump on. And the next thing they are over purchasing, over consumption. The next thing you now
Mm.
have one reseller that has bought 500 of it and now we're selling it for times three of the price. Why am I buying
Mm.
this thing for more than £30? The next thing they were selling it for £300. For what?
Mm. Yeah.
Anyway,
I think the one for me would be stop following trends, like M. John said. That would be my thing. Stop following trends. Let it be organic.
exactly. So that's it, guys, for the things that we're living in 2025 fashion edition, right? And then the next one we're going to do is more lifestyle edition. So the first thing I'm going to start with is making one thing your whole personality. Uncle Ben.
Uh-uh. Uncle Ben has come. Hey, yeah,
Uncle Ben,
voila.
please don't. Uncle, do you know that
Is
Auntie,
he
you have
here?
no, you
He
Is
have
he
just
no
here?
came
body
in. Huh?
language, Uncle
Oh,
Ben.
what is all this,
Oh,
UB? You
Uncle
want?
Ben now. Why are
Why are
you
you
here?
spoiling our show now? Ah,
I cannot ask question.
hello,
I
UB.
have tons of questions. No questions everywhere.
Okay, Ben, go ahead, sir.
Hmm.
Oppo. Hmm.
Okpo. Oh, yeah, now.
Oppo. Okay. First question is, you ladies are just talking about what ladies should bring along to 2026, what they should leave behind. You did not tell we men what we shouldn't bring along
Ah,
to 2026.
you guys should come
Uncle
and
Ben,
do
Are
your
we
show
not?
can do
now.
your own show with
You do
Chucky
your own
and
Do
show
your
Toby.
own
now.
show now. We'll support you
Ah,
now.
Do
No, no,
your
no,
own
no,
Call,
no.
show.
call, call your
No.
brothers now, Uncle Ben.
On
UB,
our
what do
own
you want
show,
to say?
on our own show, they won't let us talk about this. And this is a
Ah,
very fantastic topic. Please, what should men not bring to 2026?
I
Help
actually
our
don't know
career.
what
we
men. I
actually
actually
don't
don't know
know.
anything about what men are wearing that annoys me. I can't even lie to you. I'm being very honest. I have
Eh?
no. I don't look at men's fashion enough to take notes.
So we wear everything you like. Is that what you were saying?
No, I just you guys are just not interesting enough to look at.
Blood of
Me,
Zachariah.
your clothes
Hi.
are not that interesting enough for me to be looking at and know that this one is not good. This one is good.
Abby, you are not coming to our barbecue.
You don't
Women
commit
are
as
just
much
more
atrocities as women do. So there's not much
there's
to talk
that as well.
about.
Like men is just whatever. Like what do people wear? T-shirt and trouser. What do you want me to
Okay,
criticize
one
inside
thing I'm gonna
this?
say, yeah, is that one thing that you need to stop doing is that wearing the same underwear for more than 2 days.
Blood of
That's
Zachariah.
something I'm just saying.
Honey
Or
babe.
more than
Come
2 days or
on.
more than one day, honey babe.
For more,
Honey babe.
look, I'm even giving them
Ah,
grace. I think you should change it every day, but I've
Ah,
heard of
Honey,
God.
stories.
babe,
Yes,
I think if I can speak for my brothers, I
sure,
think
sure.
the men who may likely wear one boxer for 2 days are single men,
yeah, probably.
single
Yeah.
Probably.
work men. Most
Mm.
men, your wife will kill you if you try her now. So
Agreed.
I think
Agreed.
single men may
I
be
agree.
guilty of that.
I agree with you. It's probably the single man.
Man.
My sister here is listening to me and she's saying it's a lie that there are some married men who can wear
She don't
a
expose
wife.
her.
Really?
Thank you.
You see?
That's
Thank
so.
you. I kept quiet because I didn't want to say, but thank you, my sister,
Hmm.
for exposing it all.
They are saying thank you. That's a bad thing you just suggested now, Kalista. I don't like that, Mama. Okay, okay. Another question. Should men continue to wear Balenciaga? What if that were a boot will be like a truck where they take enter inside bush, inside jungle? Should men continue to wear Balenciaga, especially those big ones? The
Abby,
lady
please, can you find us a picture
no.
of this shoe he's talking about?
Did
Balenciaga,
you?
just
You
it
haven't
Chucky
seen
wearing that.
Balenciaga?
Mm-mm.
They
Balenciaga
look,
what, Uncle Ben?
hmm? I don't
Balenciaga
even know
what?
the name, but
What
there
are you
is this.
talking about?
It look big. Like,
Like
let me
what?
see. Oh yes, I found some picture. I will send it to you,
Okay.
Abby.
My
Can
laptop is
men
going so slow.
please?
It's so
Okay,
weird.
let me put it this way. Have you seen some of the shoe Kanye West used to wear? Some of the shoe Kanye
Kanye
West
West, is that
usually
Kanye
wear.
West wears mostly Yeezys now, his brand.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So something like this, I put it on back on the
Oh,
backstage. I drop it
I'm
on the
trying to. I
backstage.
want to share my screen, but this I don't know why my laptop is being so slow. God, I beg. This live stream should not go end. Exactly, sis MJ's Balenciaga is even cancelled anyway. Is it issue, Uncle Ben?
Uh, yes, all this type
All
of
these kind of shoes.
Oh yeah. The tie like my dad
should
would
men
wear. Yeah, the
should
tie
men
like my dad
continue
would
to
wear.
wear them? Okay, another question. What are your thoughts about those men that wear, what do you call it, bonnet, right?
Uh-uh.
Bonnet.
Yeah.
the
Bonnet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bonnet.
you know, some women wear, is it bonnet or bonnet? What do they call it? That thing that women are supposed to be wearing that looks like shower cap. Like
Is
you
the
use to
bonnet.
Okay,
protect
yeah,
your,
Yeah,
yeah.
men
you
wear
use to
bonnets.
protect your
Yes.
hair.
I don't have any problem with it now.
Should men continue to wear those?
Men can wear it. Same
They
same rule. Men can wear them around the house because a
now
lot of men have
because
dread.
some men have hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some men
But
have
some of them
dread.
have longer
Some
hair,
men
yeah.
also invest a lot of time into their waves. Those that have short hair, all those that have you seen when boys are doing their we're just looking at them. My brother does waves.
Mm.
His hair is short anyway, doesn't have dreads. But the kind of time and products he puts into like his way. Although my brother wears durags. Well, same thing, wear your durag in your house. Wear
But
durag
but
because they have to
but
protect their hair.
but do you recommend that for married men though?
If you have
What
Have
does
dread,
that
hair.
mean? What does that mean?
Hmm?
as in my like I said, even my brother is very bad. My brother even has his silk pillowcases. Like he doesn't joke around with his hair.
Mm-hmm.
So he changes his pillowcase to his or he has the one that is for sleeping pillowcase. So if men too should take care of their hair, absolutely. Men should do skincare. Men should do all of that stuff. Look after yourself. But the same thing, do not carry Durac out of the house. You're not Tupac, and don't carry whatever what's it called bonnet out of the house either.
Some men wear it out of the house.
Yeah, we know we
And an,
said
and,
same
an,
thing for women.
and another thing that men do, but it's probably boys and teenagers, is my son's doing it, and I nearly back gave him one dirty slap. Is when they drag down their trousers. You know the one I'm talking about,
Oh,
Abby.
sagging.
I know it's
Sag.
young boys. It's not.
Sag. Are they sagging? Is
It
that the
does
one?
not. And
Sagging. Oh yeah.
I've told my
And
son
that
the
stuff.
significance of it, and he
I
still
thought that
doesn't
was
get
I
it.
thought that was out of style now.
No, these stupid British children, isn't it? In school, they're still doing it. And I've warned him, do it again. I will drag your trousers all the way down. I've warned him.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can't stand
Do
it.
you
It's
know,
driving me
honey,
nuts.
babe, you know the one for British, but I don't know if American boys do this.
Yeah.
I think you can let me know. Is in 32-degree weather. Why are you wearing puffer coats? Hoodie.
Man not hot. You know that song, Man Not Hot?
Who do you think you are? You think you're on a music set?
You remember that song, Abby, Man Not
You
Hot?
think-
My son
yeah.
plays that all the time. Yeah.
Do you think that you're Davido?
I know, right?
What are you wearing? You think
Nonsense.
you're on a music set?
The one that gets me is and I think it's the young guys, the young boys that do it. Because my
Sure.
son, they do it in the summer sometimes, and it pisses me off. Where they wear the slipper that has like the band in front. I don't know what they call them, but then they still wear socks
Slides.
and that.
Slides. Oh my God, I hate them.
And
Yeah.
like, why are you wearing socks? What's the problem? But of course, I mean, they have places they can wear it to. Number one, they only wear it to the gym because I'm like, I have to learn to choose my battles, right? And then their
Yeah.
bonnet too, they wear it at the gym because of the sweat and everything.
sweat,
It kind of
yeah.
because they have a lot of hair. But other than that, you cannot be stepping out of here or going to class and then you're dressing like that. What do you have shoes for? Full shoes. Wear
And
your sneakers.
To be fair, some of these fashion trends, I'm not even. Again, you have to pick your battles because even this
Yeah.
light thing and the gym and football. If you look
Yeah.
at, if you ever watched any videos of footballers arriving to training and
Mm.
stuff, all of these are multi-millionaire boys that are getting paid 300 and something thousand
A
pounds a
week.
week.
Yeah.
Training like the socks and the
But
sliders.
It's
But
so
you know
annoying.
they
Who
are
am
in their
I?
own most of the time they are on their own private plane. These people are already made.
No, I know. I mean,
Exactly.
what
And
Exactly.
they're going
about?
they're getting off they're getting off the plane and they're probably going to play or going to train.
No,
Yeah.
and seriously,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual from. If you go to like any of the TikToks now, Liverpool FC or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
prior to training. So they've
Yeah.
almost, in a sense, it's almost like, or even like boxers, all of them, they've kind of, I think because a lot of the players also wear compression socks in between.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they've kind of added it to that whole vibe of if you're going to the gym or if you're going to some sort of sports, whatever, whatever, going to play football, this is how you're supposed to arrive. You're supposed
Yeah.
to arrive. It's not become a trend. And if Ronaldo is doing it, if Messi is doing it, who am I to
They
tell you?
must. Who are you?
Not
Yeah.
to do it.
And you never
Because
think. Yeah. Sorry.
that's kind of how they show up to training. Most of them, they show up to training
Yeah, it's a
in
trend.
sliders and socks, and
Yeah.
they later change to their football boots. So you
Yeah.
too now, you say you are going to play football, going to the gym. Munganu, go
You have
where?
to
Oh
follow.
yeah.
Go
And
Yeah,
another
where?
thing,
sister, yeah, they got it. Slides.
exactly,
Sliders
it's just
and
copying.
slides. Mm-hmm.
Another thing that they do, my son has decided he wants to grow his hair, and he's oh god, and he's now doing that stupid sponge nonsense. Yeah, and I've
Oh,
literally,
sis.
I cannot stand it because he can't maintain his hair. And we're
Ah.
doing this stupid sponge. You be going into my room to be taking it because I've got natural hair as well. Then you now be you know when they put the afro comb in their hair, they will now carry it to school. He was telling me, hey, I'm going to be combing my hair. I have to comb my hair all the time. I'm going through a lot, guys. I'm telling you, I'm going through a lot with this child.
Sis,
I'm telling
sis.
you, it's going for me.
All I have to say
I'm
is
telling you.
all I have to say is welcome because I have 3 of them. 3.
It's not easy.
And my eyes are seeing shaggy. I've just decided, you know what? As long as you don't take that stuff with me with the way it is to church, you present yourself. I mean, I
Exactly.
think one thing I know is that the older they get, like my eldest now, he's 21. So the older they get, they start to change some of these things. So don't let it
Yeah.
bother
This
you
one is
too much.
13. I've got a long way to
Auntie
go. You're
Coach,
telling me
Say,
21.
before you know it,
Ah.
it'll be over.
I'm
Just
and
suffering.
this one, I agree with you with my brother. Let me tell you what it
drink
is. Like
that
I'm not
drop cup.
between me and you. When girls
Mm.
start liking them,
Yay!
girls start liking girls. Or when they start liking girls, they don't change. Don't
Mr.
change
Yinka
your
and Abby,
let's
I will not stand there and allow you guys to be dragging my boys. When I leave my
Uncle
boys
Ben is
alone.
true. Men start to
Uncle
make the
Ben,
efforts when
Uncle
girls
Ben,
start
Uncle
liking them or they start liking girls. Let's be
Let me
honest.
be honest. Let me be honest with you, UB. To get my eldest to shower. Hey, problem. We even fight
Honey babe,
today. I'm
honey babe, I'm
suffering.
telling you, I promise you, once those girls start looking their way or they see a girl that they like, your boys will shower 3 times a day. You'll be
I'm
begging
praying
them to
for it.
please stop. Just wait.
Soldier.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know that this
sorry,
is my
guys.
personal experience with my brother. I'm just looking at it. I say, what's happened? Oh, I'm going to cut my hair, you know. My brother said, you see how you do
Mhm.
makeup? Haircut is the makeup for boys. I said, huh.
Mhm.
Is it? That's like our makeup, you know. Look, can't you see I'm looking sharp? I'm looking sharp. My fade is on 3 points. I said, okay. Is that true? I said, I got it.
Is it something with that hairstyle? I think women are the one who are actually spoiling the boys the most with the hairstyle thing.
Mm.
Because I remember when one time my son was so crazy about coils. I didn't know you can actually go to the salon and there's a way they will do it, and then you will have these coils. So he wanted the coil so bad. And I'm like, what's wrong with you, boy? We can't be doing this. You know, that especially when he will wake me up in the morning, I have to walk them to school. And he will be looking for, there is this special brush that they use. His mom bought the brush. So sometimes if he doesn't see that brush, he may throw a fit in the morning because of that coiling hair. Yeah, so exactly. Most time he won't keep it where he will find it. So one day I was so pissed. After he went to school, I just drove straight to Walmart to get scissors. So I now come my wife like, babe, today, I'm cutting this boy hair off. I will chop it up. My wife was like losing her mind at work. Like, who by me, I swear, if you put scissors for that boy hair, everybody will know what we happen. I'm like, this boy is stressing me out with this coily shit. No, I'm cutting the hair. Did you know my wife have to cancel her shift in order to go and stay at my boy's school? As soon as the boy closes, he say, enter school, enter the motor, enter the motor. So they go and he say, babe, I think I'll beg you, leave this here. And I'm like, this boy is stressing me out with this koi every morning. And then he won't find the crazy brush. We had like a huge fight over it. Then I found out the mom was actually the one that was encouraging the coys. So since then, I
No,
kind of
no.
just step back from their own drama. But like Sister Yinka said, as soon as my boy hit 9, going 10 like this, I don't know what happened at school. All of a sudden, he just say he doesn't want coy anymore. So now what we do, we go to the salon, we choose the specific hairstyle he want, and then they will give him design. Sometimes they go put part or what they call it, all those lines. Sometimes I'm just like, what is this? But Sister Yinka is right. For the boys, the more they grow, they get to change. There was a time we were even fighting about socks. Something was trending one time where they will wear different colors of socks.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
one,
that
that
too.
one literally drove me insane. Like, how do you wear two different, either one white, one black? Like, for waiting now. But now he's not doing that again. So I think Honey Babe, as they grow, they get to like leave
Ah,
some of those things behind
well,
too.
I'm not finding it easy. Oh. It's
I was
fight every
looking for
day.
all those
Thank you,
Igbo men net shirts. I thought Link would have won them all. That's why I'm on Link's page like this. I wanted to see that needs to go in 2026. Let's leave it. All these shirts,
Oh,
all
the
these
lace
shirts,
shirt.
all these
Oh,
Igbo
this
men,
type of shirt.
all these, the ones even the fit nets that
This
they
ain't
wear.
right.
Oh, can you please
You-
not show this guy Abby?
Why?
Why?
What's your issue
He's
with
the,
it?
he's the best
Sometimes,
candidate for these outfits that I'm looking for.
sometimes this guy dressed like a terrorist.
Ah,
And then this is brother M. This is brother M. There's one outfit that this is brother used to wear. There's this thing that brother wears with plenty rings. That needs to go. But what kind of films does this guy act, Joe?
I
I've
have
never
no
gone to this
idea.
guy's
What's
page
this?
before. I've actually never come to his page before. I'm just realizing this is how all his pictures are. Do you know that even through that drama with his wife, I didn't come to his page, Joe? I beg,
Anyway, I
let's
still
get.
have another question. Oh.
Mm.
Can I ask?
Go ahead, sir.
Can we please leave behind men paying for those
Uh-oh.
crazy long fingernails in 2025? Can we leave it behind? Taking
Why
your
is it?
man to those crazy places that they charge an arm and a leg to do those stupid fingers. Can we please leave it behind? I'm just
We
asking.
don't
Oh,
know. We don't know any stupid fingers.
Their leg, the man need pedicure and manicure.
well, but the man, you're not supposed to be paying for it. That's what I'm
Why
saying.
not
You can
now?
go ahead and do it. But can we please stop charging men or asking men to who is coughing?
Is this guy?
I'm just clearing my throat, though, please.
Don't clear no throat. Can we please leave it behind? Is that acceptable, please?
No, we
But
can't.
about the man could
If
so.
he likes it,
Okay,
You pay until the kingdom come.
that is it for. I don't know anything. I don't know much else I can say about men's fashion. To be honest, it's not something that I've had in mind.
Oh, Abby,
Younger boy.
Abby, I'm sorry. That is a problem. Oh. If
How
you
is
are
a
not
problem?
paying,
It's just not my interest.
attention, if you are not paying attention to men fashion, how would you make your man look so good?
Don't worry, I know
Uncle
the
Ben, leave
fashion
that matter.
style.
Leave that
Don't
one.
worry, I'm not
The
about my man.
thing.
I don't have man.
Sister Yinka, you know what I'm talking about.
Leave that one now. It's what you bring, then the woman will now build on what you have brought, right?
Mhm.
Because the truth is that for men, for us, we can't sit down and analyze what men are wearing.
Hmm.
Okay.
But if you want to have a man show, we will support you. Maybe
Ah,
some things will ring a bell, like the ones that we talked about now. The boys, young boys and all that. Yes, they do commit some atrocities sometimes, but we got to learn to choose our battles sometimes, and then steer them in the right direction with the help of mom and dad, right? Okay. Well, I mean, I don't see a lot that men would do that we need to start. We need to. I mean, you guys can have a show. We support you, sir.
Mba, the show no go get help unless una wan
Uh-uh.
help us, shape the show. Because me too, I don't know where to start. I was hoping say
Eh.
that will help us cover, make we know what to do. Because most time men, we really don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to the life aspects, which is the next aspect of the things we are
Yes,
leaving behind
sir.
in
Have
2025.
you verse abeg? Una fit allow me ask one more question so that I can run comot?
Okay, sir.
Just
Go
one
ahead.
more question.
Always fight.
That website that Sister Yinka
Oh
shared,
my God.
Sister Yinkus, are you
Uncle
saying
Ben.
for real say those things no be fake? Those bum look at the bum I see with many of these female celebrities.
Uncle Ben, the idea is for the shapewear to help you package what your mama gave you. That's the whole idea.
To make it firm
To put it
or
where it's supposed to be, to help you shape it well. That's what the shapewear is for.
ah
It's not
uh,
adding to you, it's just shaping you right to look good under your clothes, in your
he
clothes.
can no verse, say I be old school, I know the quick understand something. Is
Okay,
something
sir.
say
Eh,
sitting where they are not supposed to sit in that it will help you package it, put it well
Un-
for women? I don't understand.
eh.
Uncle Ben, wàhálà yín pọ̀.
Sister Yinka Shano, I
Ben, all
need
of a
to
sudden,
know.
Ben does not understand things. Eh? All of a sudden, you don't understand things very easily. Uncle
Because
Ben,
I found myself on the side and I'm like, what
why are
saved
you
me
on
to
this
click on
side?
this
The
thing?
site was for
No,
Anshoyi. It was not for you.
I didn't know. But now that I've been there, I've even saved itself. I saved the link. Make I confess. So that when I balance for house, I could go back, go feed my eye where.
Oh, wow.
All right then. Thank you, Abby. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you, Uncle Ben.
Hi, Uncle
Yeah.
Ben. That's telling me to sign
Bye,
off.
you be.
Anyway, guys. So we're going to the next aspect, and the next aspects. No, which English that is Yoruba Igbo accent.
Mm,
So the next aspect is life. So my first
mm.
thing is making one thing your whole personality. Example would be Jesus baby, gym, clean girl aesthetics, things like that. Now, there's a whole clean girl aesthetics, right? It's so funny to me. Clean girl aesthetics is not supposed to be a bad thing. I don't have my, let me see if I can find it on Instagram. It's usually TikTok you see these sort of things, or even like what you call that site. Um, where am I? You? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
I just disappeared. I changed my tabs. This is the strangest thing that just happened. Anyway, so I was talking about clean girl aesthetics, right? You find it a lot on TikTok. You find it on places like Pinterest as well, and they just make it this whole. My laptop is moving mad. Something weird is happening. Anyway, it's this whole aesthetics where it's not supposed to be a bad thing. It's just that they make it their whole personality. I feel the same way about like Christianity, for instance, right? I get that you're a Jesus baby. Who doesn't love Jesus? But making sure your personality where for everything, every caption, I guess in a sense, if you're like a Christian content creator, it might make more sense. But besides that, it's just very strange to me, making one thing your personality. Same thing with the gym. So it's almost like every terminology that you use, every kind of thing that you talk about, you find a way to make it about one thing. I feel like human beings were supposed to be multifaceted in a sense. We're supposed to be about different things. I should be able to speak to people about all sorts of things. Why have you made one thing your personality, even if in a sense is your main niche? I have a
Mm.
problem with that. I'm not going to lie to you. I find that a lot with those that have just converted from like baddies with to like what do you call them, Jesus babies, of which I do have a whole topic about the whole what's it called, Jesus baby pipeline, which I will bring in the new year. Actually, I think I advertised it briefly, but I haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, that's one of the things that I feel like we need to leave in 2025. I feel like it is very performative. I feel like it is ingenuine as well. So I don't get it. Because do you have anything to add to this? Or do you even know what I'm talking about anyway?
I'm not really even sure with the Jesus baby or clean girl aesthetic thing going stuff. I'm sorry. I'm not really.
So for
I don't know
instance,
much about it.
you see that we know we have this whole matcha thing, for instance, right?
Hmm.
And initially, it became very popular. We had a lot of like, speak about London. I don't know about America. We had a lot of like this new age cafes. So not the Starbucks, not the Costa coffees. Like there's a lot of like new independent coffee shops that started this whole trend. In fact, there's one of them called Blank Street. Blank Street even has the whole aesthetic of it, their own logo, their own what you call it, branding is even green, right? And okay, fine, you like matcha, no wahala. But making it an aesthetic where you now make it seem like, oh, it's about discipline. It's about, they just make it a whole lifestyle. But you can just drink your matcha. I'm not a matcha hater. I have friends that actually genuinely like matcha. And quite frankly, I like matcha latte. I don't like it on its own, but I've had a few like with like strawberry cream and all that. I thought, you know what? This actually tastes good. Now, it's not my go-to drink if I go to any cafe or anything. No. But I don't really believe in the whole talk of everyone is just pretending to like matcha. I think there's people that genuinely like it. And I think that it's also important as Black people to stop knocking each other down for our choices because it's more of a white people thing. I'll give you an example with something like Pilates, right? Uh, all these white men go to Pilates, always studying Black women are trying to feel among to go to Pilates. What do you mean? There's a bunch of Black boys, Black men that are beginning to get into golf, making it seem like, oh, golf is a white man sport. What do you mean? Some
No.
men have just
Mm-mm.
found love in golf. Do you understand? Or even horse
Correct.
riding. Oh,
Hmm.
it's such a white woman thing. Why are girls not getting into horse riding? Maybe they like it. Someone like me, I've heard the same thing about tennis, but I've been playing tennis since I was a child.
Hmm.
I've been playing tennis since I was a child. So now you not see me go to play tennis in my adults. You now say, oh, you're trying to be white. Bro, I was playing tennis in Lagos Country Club. Like, where do we go from here? I was playing tennis at
Hmm.
6 years old. So is it really a white woman, whatever, for someone like me that starts to play tennis from Lagos, not even London, right? So I don't like that whole mentality where a lot of our boys, I've seen a lot of Nigerian men as well getting into really niche stuff. There's one that is a club of a bunch of Black boys that started to go skiing. And I thought it was really, really cute that we're finding things that we love. And then all of a sudden now you want to say that Black boys are not allowed to go skiing. It's such a white man thing. These boys love it. I also seen a bunch of communities. Those communities that are on social media. There's a community of Nigerian boys where they say to go hiking. They'll do from London to Manchester. Now
Hmm.
you want to say that is a white man thing. So I don't like that narrative that communities has started. So I do think that there's Black people that like matcha, but I have a problem when you just make one thing your personality, where it's just like, oh, if I don't drink matcha today, oh, I'm not gonna have a good day or something. I just that's the only issue that I have personally. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a yeah, I think it's a I mean, I don't know, it's a trend thing, I guess. And just like with everything else, it will fade with time.
Mm,
The only one that I don't quite agree with the one they're talking about, the guys going to ski and all that. I don't see anything wrong with a bunch of guys going to ski. It is not a white man, a white woman activity. If it's
mm,
something that they enjoy doing it, and I don't think anybody should be criticized for that. And if they're trying to do something, because I'm one person that loves to try new things.
mm,
I don't like to just do the same thing over and over, year in, year out, year in, year out. I like to have new experiences I've never had before. So I'm always open to that. So if there are men that are out there, they're going skiing, they're doing Pilates or whatever it is that they're doing. I mean, it's what they enjoy doing as long as they're not causing harm to anyone. But
Yeah.
but this matcha or whatever, the drink, whatever, like me, I used to say before, if it's about coffee, I knew everything about coffee. I felt like I couldn't even breathe in the morning without taking my cup of coffee before starting work. Like my brain will not function. But here I am. I don't drink coffee anymore, and I have not died. You get what I mean? So it's a so everything is kind of like a phase, and yeah, but I mean, that's how the businesses get to
Mhm.
sell. They
Absolutely.
hop on the yeah, they hop on the back of these people. One person starts it and people follow, and then they sell the market. And before you know it, another trend will come out. Matcha what? Matcha will be the past again.
Okay,
So
pass. Yeah, I
yeah.
think with the whatever, I think as someone who is also like relatively young as well, I think I went through a whole phase of looking for new stuff to spark joy,
Mhm.
especially like when your routine, especially in this kind of country where like our lives is like kind of like centered around working or around
Mhm.
work. And then especially this time of the year where by the time you come back from work, it's already dark. There's not much else you can do every day, restaurant. I
Mhm.
remember that a lot of my stuff, I think I even sent some things to backstage as well, where it's just like I even started to do stuff for myself. um Next week on the second, we're going to like a pottery class, my friend and I. So we started I'm particularly started to look for things to spark joy, in a sense, because I was just tired of everyday restaurant. It felt like the same thing over and over again. So I understand I'm going on a ski trip end of Jan. Again, I'm trying something new, because usually around this time of the year I'm running to a warm country. So I just thought this year, let me start out my birthday trip with the cold country. And then afterwards, I go to Aruba for my actual birthday. And then I'm finally going off to an island. But I'm just saying all of this to say that I understand the boys that decided to try something new, and like, oh, they tried it the first time and then they saw that it
Mhm.
was something new, something different from our community, and they now
Mhm.
created a community around it. And
Mhm.
as someone who was tired of the mundane thing every day, restaurant, every time you want to meet up with your friend, restaurant, every time you want to, let's try and do something different. And again, my friends and I started to do stuff. I found this R&B club as well, where I'm someone who my ideal genre of music is R&B, so I really really enjoy stuff like that, where it's like it's not a normal club of like just dancing. You get to sing, it's like karaoke kind of thing, and I just really enjoyed it. So I think that that's what people don't understand, that some people actually just want to, I also, in a sense, which is another upbringing thing for me, my dad is the kind of guy that, this kind of people that they know a bit about everything. And that's the kind of person that my dad is. And it's something that I admire so much about him. And in my head, I just kind of want to be that person to my children, where your go-to person is me. So I, in a sense, I've always wanted to do a lot of things, which is why I even went to culinary school when I get the chance. I've gone to fashion school. I would like to be someone that just tries out things. Let's see, be that I try, I don't like it, in a sense. So I get that, and I hate that people make it seem like it's a white people thing to just do certain things because we're black. I don't like that mentality at all. I don't like that for us. Because especially now that we're here abroad, where we have these opportunities, why not use them? If you can afford them, they are available to us for us to be used. So yeah. Honey babe, do you have anything to add? Honey babe.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean that I don't know what that is, that green thing. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Uncle Ben is always
Yeah,
having his contrary opinion. Uncle Ben, what's your
yeah.
contrary opinion?
I think
Sorry,
I've noticed that a lot of influencers, I'm sorry, are being paid to obviously say, "Oh, I can't go through a day without a certain product." I just think it's just fake, and I just think they do it for the sponsorship or the promotions or whatever. Because I think it's strategic when some people come out with, "Oh, I can't do without this" or whatever it is. But in terms of the other stuff you said, I do agree with you because there's always this perception that as Black people we can't explore different things. Um, um, I when I was a child, I went to ballet classes. My sister went to ballet classes. It was and I used to play tennis, and especially in university, I live very near to the Queen's Club, and I went to Wimbledon all the time. I was very into tennis. Now, for some people, would have a problem with that, but I think it's very there's nothing wrong with exploring different things. I obviously, was born and brought up in the UK, so I did A level up to English literature. I was obsessed with Shakespeare. I went to the proms every year. 10 years ago, I watch a lot of plays on BBC One, BBC Two. So, most of the time, if there's a Shakespearean play, I will go. So I'm very into stuff like that. A lot of my Nigerian friends think I'm weird, I'm crazy, but that's what I'm into. And there's nothing wrong with exploring. Like, for instance, hiking. I'm making a plan to go to Japan next year to try different foods and do something different. My dad's, the only holiday that he ever did was go to Nigeria every year because that's what they did. So I just think that just because we're black, there's nothing wrong with exploring different things. For whatever it is. I've started getting, because of the property business, I've started networking with a lot of people. I've been to a couple of Formula One races, never been to, but I was invited because of my networking, something that I've never done before. So, this presumption that as black people we can't swim or we can't do tennis or we can't do different things, I think we need to stop that, especially, when you're based in the locations that we should explore different things. It shouldn't just be a case that, black people or Nigerians don't do that. Whatever you want to do, explore it and just enjoy it. It shouldn't be just be a case that as Nigerians, as black people, we shouldn't be doing that. Look at Venus and Serena. They basically started, there wasn't any black people before, black ladies before them. They dominated the tennis world out of the tenacity to want to be the world number one. There was a lot of racism. A lot of people said they have no business being in tennis, but they didn't listen, and look what happened to them. So I just think that you shouldn't assume because you're black that you're not allowed to enter certain spaces, certain white spaces. And I think there's nothing wrong with you, whether you want to be a golfer, tennis, or whatever. There's nothing wrong with exploring those sectors, because to me, nothing should be there shouldn't be a case of that we don't have access to any of those things. We should push the boundaries and want to explore every sector. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Thank you. I love seeing it because again, we're abroad for a reason. We have these things
Exactly.
available to us. Use them. Um Ashley is saying YouTube product on clean girl aesthetic. I don't get, is the word I don't get. Clean girl aesthetic is basically all of us. I just talk about how my nails are most of the time. And is that not clean girl aesthetic? Why do I have to give it a name? I don't understand. You said I am a matcha girl, loved matcha before I knew it was even a thing. Are you black? I'm guessing you are. And then she also says we were members of Lagos Country Club. So you are black. I'm just saying, I'm joking, but I don't know why they make it such a white girl thing. Today why saying agree. She's AEIO is also saying I can't drink coffee, so I drink matcha instead. Matcha has less caffeine than coffee. His MJ is saying don't mind them with taglines like Jesus babies, they too lie, it's a facade. It is. His MJ also says those people criticizing poverty mindsets, village champions who only know what's in their surroundings, no exploring life. Just try and then just hate it, right? And then don't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I have contrary opinion though. It's about the wife from your Uncle Ben. You're on stage. Sorosuke, sir.
Sorosuke. It's Sorosuke.
So MJ is now saying now, how is hiking a white people thing when people in Africa trek for miles? Legacy
That's funny. Well, basically, why I said I have a contrary opinion is sometimes let's not lie, there are some activities that are predominantly white people activities, and there are those that are predominantly black people activities. We just have to like accept that first. Then as for me, just like you rightly said, I really don't think there's a big deal in whatever anybody enjoying doing. So far, it makes you happy, go for it. But where I have a reservation is if you were doing it because you see white people doing it, that's where I have issues because then it become a matter of inferiority complex.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm making sense to you right now.
Mhm.
There are people who do some things because white people do it. And you see it all the time, especially here in America. It's common with a lot of our black brothers and sisters. They just want to do it because this is what white people do. So that's when I feel like, okay, you are trending in a dangerous zone. But if you are doing it because maybe you have the money and the time to do it, cool. But for me, when it comes to maybe sport, for instance, you are free to do whatever sport you want, but there are still some sports that are predominantly white people's sport and predominantly white rich kid or rich men or women thing. Now, now, if you don't find yourself in that type of, if you don't have that type of status, and you just want to do it because white people do it, why can't I do it? Now, I have issue with that. I'll give you an example. Um, one of my daughter, she likes she ballet. When they record down, when they take two dance, it's ballet
Ballet.
now, right?
Ballet, yeah.
So she
Ballet.
has always liked it, like when she was a baby, like from like 6 years old. She has always been like, Dad, can you register me? Can you register me? Then at that time, I didn't know that the majority of her friends are white. So when she was, so I told my wife, okay, I'm gonna register her for this. I really don't care. Although their training, their classes are kind of expensive. But I'm like, if she enjoys it, I'll do it. But here comes the problem. The children that go to the ballet classes, many of them, majority of them are white. Their parents have the time to sometimes stay there with them or drop them, go back and pick them up. So I look at a couple of, we have like three places where I can register. And when I look them up, everyone I saw there, they're like white, 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 white. So my brain go bam, bam, bam. This guy may have issue here. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. So I'm like, this guy may have issue here. So I now convince her. I now say, okay, you know what, baby? Right now, your toe is not even strong enough.
Uncle
What
Ben.
kind of excuse is that, Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben.
Telling you now, I'm like, your toe is not strong enough. You know they dance on the toes. The
Mm.
bone, the bone on your toe may crush, and
Oh
it
my
won't be okay for life. But if you wait till like you are 10, that time your bone will be very, very strong. You can literally roll around on your toe all day long. So and she just looked at me with a cute face and said, okay, daddy, okay. Then later, by the time she was 10, she was not even interested in it anymore.
Mm.
So now,
God.
now 13, she's doing sport, basketball, volleyball, sprinting, anything. And when I was like, hey Vicky, don't you want to go do the ballet? To say, Dad, it's kind of boring now. So, but I'm just saying, now if you derive pleasure in doing anything, just do it. So like I said, like my daughter now, because majority of her friends are white, white, white and Asian, many of the things she enjoy doing are just like white people think, Asian thing. I really don't have problem with that anyway. And because sometimes we even find more black kids that are doing it too.
Mm.
So it kind of makes sense to me. So it's okay for people to do whatever makes them happy. But
Yeah.
once it become, oh, it should be why people are doing, let me just do it. That where wahala they be that. That's why I said I have contrary opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree with Uncle Ben, which is actually one of the things on my list,
Mm.
which is performative everything. um Sorry, no, actually it's more under doing things for social media validation. I think it's closer to that, because like Honey Babe said, there's just some things that influencers push and everybody just goes with this like it's meant to be normal, but you don't genuinely enjoy it. You just think that it's trendy and everybody else is doing it, so you're supposed to do it in a sense. However, these comments that Sis M just dropped, which says a lot of activities we're not involved in, is because we don't have access. E.g., how much snow is there in most African and Caribbean countries? Where will we ski? That's what I'm saying. And like I said, the reason why I'm one person that I've just come to realize that I'm about a certain life. Even when you speak to my dad and whatever, there's so many jokes that they make around the house about me and the way I behave, right? And princess, this the way you do your hand like this, and it sounds like a joke, but my friends will say to you as well. When I talk to them, they know there's certain things that Abby is about, and I didn't even realize that it was so obvious to people, if that makes sense. Because I've really come to that point in my life where it doesn't matter if I'm posting on Instagram or not. This is what I'm doing. This is what I like to do. It will never make social media. I'll have my pictures, my videos on my phone, but there's certain things that I just enjoy. Whereas I know that there's a bunch of people in our community that will just see it as this one that was brought up in Nigeria. What is she trying to say? Because, like I said, I went through a phase in my life where I was really trying to, do things that spark joy. And I can imagine there's so many kids like me as well, where we're doing mundane things, it gets tiring. You try something else you like Pilates. I tried Pilates and then I haven't looked back, in a sense, when it comes to using it as a form of fitness. And a lot of people say, oh, it's a white girl sport, but I actually prefer it to the gym, right? But I'm not using it for content. I don't use it for content. But that's just the thing, that sometimes people have found things that spark joy. And personally, I'm just usually very happy when I see this bunch of, it's usually black boys do a lot of these things now, black girls too, but I think I find it more interesting when black boys do, because boys are usually quite funny with some things, like, oh, you guys are going skiing, they're going golfing, using it to even like create a network, and they have communities and all. So I just think that it is nice when we're allowed to enjoy ourselves within this white, in quotes, community. So that's what I think, really.
I think sometimes, especially for people that are coming and having kids here, there is this kind of mindset that they may feel uncomfortable being in white spaces. But definitely, me being born and brought up in the UK, it was just normal for me, whether it was to go to ballet lessons. And there was quite a lot of black girls like myself that were there. It wasn't predominantly white. Whether it was having tennis lessons, whether it was having football lessons, whether it was going to listen to classical music, which I'm really into, whether it was going to watch a lot of Shakespearean play, it was just normal. So I think, for me, I think sometimes it's an issue for the actual immigrant parent rather than the child that's actually born in that country, because I think it's just normal to them. Because I had loads of Asian friends, loads of black friends, loads of different friends that I still keep in touch with. And it was only going into university that I started having a lot of Nigerian friends. So it was just normal for me to basically have different friends and to hang around with it. I think sometimes I just think, just let kids be kids and let them explore whatever they want to explore. I think that sometimes you trying to shield them from whatever prejudice, they're going to have to deal with it eventually. I know as parents was that we always try to shield them, but when growing up in life, there's only so much you can do, especially when they get older and they're adults. As much as you try and protect them, they just have, that's the realities of life. So I think personally for me, I wouldn't shield any child from what they want to do, whether it's in a white space or not. If they want to do it, I think they should be encouraged to do it. And most of the time, after about 2 weeks, they get bored anyway and then move on to something else. But I think personally, whether it's taekwondo, whether it's ballet, whether it's golfing, whether it's tennis, I think that whatever our kids want to do, I think it should be encouraged.
Absolutely. Thank you, honey
I
babe.
agree.
Linkus.
I agree. So one thing that we have in our home that we talk about is, if there's a sport that you want to play, if there's anything you want to do, it costs money. It's not free. So I am not going to take it if you tell me you start now, after all the talking and everything, then you, after 1 week, you say you're tired, you can't go. You are going to 1 month. You will go for 1 month. That money is not going to burn. Because you pretty much have to, it's part of also teaching your child responsibility and learning to stay committed to something that they fought for. So if you fight for it long enough, if you took your time to fight us because you want to get this, to talk to us about it, and we finally fold and say, you know what, we're going to support you and go ahead and do it. Yeah,
Mm.
you're going to do it for a month. And then after a month, if you don't want to do it, at least we don't have to pay for next month. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm very big on, trying to allowing your children to explore, because
Mm.
most of the time you really don't know what you want. You don't really know how much you like it until you actually try it. And that's how we have some of these stars that we have right now. If
Absolutely.
every parent knocked everything down and said, no, I don't have the time, or no, you're not going to do this, or no, I'm afraid something's going to happen to you, we may not have the big ballers we have right now. So just a thoughts.
True. Thank
Mhm,
you, Auntie
mhm.
Incas.
You're welcome.
Um, I don't know. For me, the conclusion on this really would be I think that kids should be allowed to try. Um, I personally haven't grown up in a typical Nigerian home. We had language teachers, we had instruments, we had to learn instrument. I never forget Uncle Bolaji was my, and we had normal lesson teachers. And this is me growing up in Nigeria. So I don't even know where my parents got that from now that I think about it, because they don't have that upbringing. I mean, my dad was born and raised in London. That's about it. My mom not. So the most is that my mom worked like air hostess for Lufthansa years ago. That's the most she had with exposure with her background. So I don't really know where they got that from. But like I said, from time, my parents have always been about that. And I remember that me, myself, particularly, my mom used to be so fed up with me, just like Auntie Yuku said, where you always want to do something. And there was all that whole talk about jack of all trades, right? And I remember it used to piss me off because for me, I just felt like I knew what I was doing. Um and quite frankly, it's crazy how I've said this before on the previous show. I feel like it's something I'm going to talk about, but it'll be like a solo show just generally because I find that it's happening with a lot of young people where it's almost like we're not given opportunities to try our hands at different things. We're kind of expected to just be in one cage. And even that whole thing of a jack of all trades is a master of none is mad because that's what we hear all the time, but nobody remembers to add the rest of the quotes, which is, but oftentimes better than a master of one. And that is something about myself that I take pride in. I am so good at so many things. It's crazy that I don't make much more money from the things that I'm good at. And I think it's actually because I'm a product of an environment that allowed me to just thrive and to just do things as long as it was available and there was money available to also nurture this. Because again, like Auntie Yuki said, money is a very big aspect as to why a lot of parents don't even let their children do stuff, and even time and just hustle culture, which is another thing we said about speaking about, right? And seeing hustle culture where you don't have time for things that may actually matter. One of another thing that I have is with my nephew, one of my nephews now. I'm going to come here and tell you guys about him because he's about to be the next Lewis Hamilton. He's 10 now. But again, that is superstar because his parents allowed it to the point where his dad is retiring to manage him. He's not joking about that boy because that boy is good. But that is again parents seeing vision. This boy from 2 years old was
Mhm.
obsessed with cars while his friends were watching cartoon. My nephew was watching Formula One, was watching Top Gear. I don't know if anybody knows what Top Gear is. It's like a car show. That's
Yeah,
what
I
he
watch
was
it.
watching.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
That's what
remember.
he was watching when his friends were watching cartoons at 2 years old. That was my nephew's favorite. And now they saw it. The next thing, the boy, you put this boy in a car. He's counting all the cars on the street. His parents said, "This boy, this is what he wants to do." Tried him out at football. Clearly did not hate it. Now today, even as a 10-year-old, almost 11, he's the one that wakes up for his trainings. He's the one that does everything. He doesn't mind waking up at 5 a.m. because he genuinely enjoys it. That is a boy who's on the path to being what's the word, being picked up, so he's just, or being scouted, I should say. So sometimes parents, you're going to have to take the chance. For him, his dad has taken the chance. He has. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Abby. Sometimes us as parents, I'm sorry to say, and if you're gonna have kids, I think that it's your responsibility to make time for your kids. So I understand that you got to hustle to pay the bills, but I'm been guilty of that, and that's why I've made the necessary adjustment. As you know my story, where I'm moving away from corporate to have time to hustle with my side projects, but to have time for my kids, for my son, for my eldest one especially, because it's going, I feel like the puberty is just going crazy with him. But I think that there's a responsibility for us as parents, and I'm talking to myself, where we need to see what are our kids good at. And if they say tomorrow they want to do taekwondo, tomorrow they want to do golfing, and another day let them try it out. Because sometimes, like Abby says, in regards to that boy, that is a genius, or could be a child prodigy regarding Formula One. We don't know where it can take us. And the fact that the parents have already realized that he is a prodigy and is willing to sacrifice them, retiring to make time to be his manager. That's what, to me, a good parent should do. See, what is my child good at? Help them and cultivate them and encourage them to go in whatever avenue they want to go to, whether it's Formula One, football, volleyball, basketball, and whatever, and be there for them and have the time for them. Sometimes as parents, we have to make sacrifices.
Absolutely. And to be honest, like my nephew's case though is special. This is not me giving, I'm not here to do advice for parents. My nephew, is obvious that he's a star. He's not a kid. Nobody's for, it's just obvious that this is what he wants to do. And for some kids, it's not obvious. I know this for a fact because I have other nephews I know where just like everybody's trying to, oh, you're going to be our next Mbappe. We're begging them, please be our next Messi. It's not working. They are not about that life. It's you that is trying to force a skill. But this nephew in particular, he's about that life. He wants it as bad as he wants it, and that's why his father is sacrificing, because he wants it badly as well, even if he's just 10. So
Yeah,
yeah.
there's some children that are it's very obvious from
Mm,
when they're very little that this is something that they really love doing because they'll be consistent with it.
yeah.
And some children don't. They
Yeah,
don't really know what. So it will be your job as a parent to kind of guide them. That's why you can't really knock it when they say they
yeah,
want to try this or they want to
yeah.
try that. But the only thing for me is if you say you want to try, because it will take us talking to you to really figure out if you really want to do this. You will commit to the 1 month, because the 1 month will actually let your mind be open to see, okay, do I really want to do this? Do I really like this? Can I continue this? Right? Before,
Mm,
okay, this is not going to work. It's just, I just thought I would like it, but it's not. Then we move on to the next one. But as well, because for me, I grew up playing music, playing piano. I also went to taekwondo. There was always an activity that my mom always made sure that we were registered for while I was in middle school up until high school. I think I was like maybe like GSS SS1 was when all that activity stopped. But while we were growing up all to that time, there was always one activity or the other that we were always involved in. And that's why for me as well, kind of similar to Abby, I can do a whole lot of things. Like there's so many things I can do. I'm like, "Ah, man, I'm thinking about one thing, the next thing I'm thinking about something else."
mm,
It's a matter of the, battle of the mind. But it's really good if that way you can kind of point your child to the right direction, because some just don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to read a few comments. I'll go to the next stage. We have about 30 minutes max left on the show. Sister Biba is saying, in my opinion, when most immigrant parents are focused on hustling and may not have time for their extracurriculars, so you don't find black kids in those activities. I agree. Sister MJ is saying, we also have to remember finances is an issue for some activities. Blacks were shut out of country clubs, where golf courses, where etc. And that's a very good point, Sis MJ. And I think that now that we have the opportunities, that's why I love that, I can talk about Gen Z and just breaking all odds, I think that's another thing that the young ones are doing, where just like maybe our parents were not allowed in these spaces, now we are, you know. Now we have a lot of disposable income because a lot of us are doing 50 things, one business here, one side business. Some people are, have investments that bring X amount of money monthly. So I think that in a sense, that's kind of what the younger black people are also trying to do, where just like these spaces our parents were not allowed in, we are going to, get into those spaces, which is amazing to see. AIOU is saying, at the end of the day, your comfort zone and safe space is with your Niger community. Facts. Zabiba is saying, this year my son made the volleyball team in school, When they had their first set of games with other schools, we found he was the only black in the entire school division. Wow. Congratulations on that, Sister Biba. As MJ was saying, gymnastics is another activity that's costly. These see those young boys in poor communities with natural skills, given the opportunity, they'll dominate and jump. Yes, and jump to the clouds. Yes, there's a lot of them. We see them on social media now. So people are saying it was time consuming. I could leave work to take him to other schools for games, drop him off at practice, but not every parent has that flexibility. Very true. Since AY is saying, hi, I'm on Bimbo's page too as I'm listening. The fashion is in that movie was fashioning. Mini jeans that fits and scrolling by designer's page. Oh yeah, I love that film. Them you're saying, Abiogun, your parents read books. That's how people explored in those things in those days. My mom was, yeah. My mom, there used to be a running joke with my mom just being born with like saying things. It was very weird because again, like I said, her family was not even like that. My mom is from a poorer background, so there's just some things my mom was about, even like all this etiquette and stuff. I'm just like, even right now, if you see my face, I'm reaching like rolling my eyes because my mom was a lot. She was heavy on some things. So them just saying parents have to identify and nurture their kids' interests and talents. Absolutely. Is the people are saying, yep, got to make time. And so you're saying, yes, some of these activities are expensive. Swimming, for example. Yep. Some of these things they're expensive, but like I said, I think the best thing is try out a little bit and let them choose one. You can't do everything, honestly. Anyway, so the next one is this is social media focused and is more from for content creators, and it is talking to your followers and subscribers like they are beneath you unprovoked. And Because what do you think about this? Because are
Yeah,
you there?
hello. Yeah, I'm
Hello.
here.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. I heard you.
Mm.
I
What do
thought
you
you were
think?
going to play a video or something. There's no
No,
video, right?
I don't have video now. I
Okay.
have a
Yeah,
video. I have
so
a content creator. Eh?
mhm. So I mean, I just think that, I want to believe that every one of us were on social media for something. Now, if you're a content creator, you're here to make money. You're not
Mm,
going to talk down on people and expect, well, I won't say and expect them to stay because a lot of these people, they will still stay. I don't know what it is with our community, people in general, where people, that people don't like you or maybe the way that they address you, but you still entertain them.
mm,
That's one of the things we should live in 2025,
yeah.
right? So, but I mean, if someone is talking at you like they don't need you, like, talking down at you, why are you there? Why can't you just click that unfollow button?
Mm.
But our people will stay because they like what they see and they want to be part of the journey. But I don't know.
Hey, you people want me to call content creators names? Sister Auntie Inkus first of all said, where's the video? Hey? And then now, since AY is saying, Abby, you need context. Who's talking down on their followers?
Ah,
I've seen a few content creators that for no reason. Now, it's one thing for you to have rude commenters and you're addressing the comments. Like, don't talk to me like that. This is my page. But it's another thing for you to say stuff like, you think I care about your comments? You think I care about your support? I don't need your support. You can leave my page. Get out of my page. Unprovoked, oh, nobody has pissed you off. You just feel the need to say, by the way, what I'm about to say, if you don't like it, don't even bother. Don't just get out of my page. I don't need your support. There are many of them. I cannot call names, but I know that you know some of them. Some of them are in our community, and I watch their videos. I like them, but I struggle and I just click off because I'm like, what's happened? Who are you talking to like this? Because at the end of the day, you don't have to create content. If you think you're so rich, you think this is what is giving me money, I have enough money, but everybody has a plan. Everybody has a plan, whether it's retirement plan, whether it's that it even makes you happy to create content. Everybody has a reason they're creating content, whether you feel like it's going to give you some sort of fulfillment because you're going to be spreading. Like, I'll give you an example now. Someone like Auntie Aduni tells us all the time that she has no real need to fully monetize her content to the fullest, I don't know, its fullest capacity. because for her, she just has a calling to, should I say, in a way help a certain group of people, if that makes sense. So you find that a lot of even the money that she makes from videos and all, she would usually give it out to some victims that reach out to her and all that stuff. We've asked her a few times about even things like membership. She's like, oh, she doesn't want to do membership because she feels like there's a certain way she wants her channel to be. Oh yeah, help us and watermark your videos, because a lot of people, she does not want to. I'm just giving an example of people that your content might not be for monetary value, but it might be something that you feel like is fulfilling because I see it as a calling, or this is what I want to do for a group of women or a group of people or a group of men, right? So you just never know. So for you to not be talking down on people that follow your platform or people that support your platform, like they don't matter, and without them, I see it all the time with our community. And I'm just like, Kilo Day, what happened?
You,
So
you realize that everybody's currency is different. Some people, the currency for why they're on social media is the money.
mm-hmm,
Some people, the currency is the joy that they get, the
yeah,
fulfillment that they have. That is their calling. So we got like Auntie Aduni now, for example, if
mm,
she was to now start talking down at her people, people, subscribers and everything, and people start unsubscribing from the page, and it's left to zero, and she continues to speak and speak and speak, and there are no views. She just lost the currency, right? Because now she knows she's definitely not fulfilled because nobody's hearing her speak. They're not there anymore to entertain it. So why I'm saying this is to say, even if you're not there for money, that's the monetary side.
mm,
Whatever that social media page is to you, that's the currency. And the only reason why it's of value to you is because the people are there. So for you
mm,
to actually be talking down at the people, it's not like someone made a comment, where you would actually have to go off on the person. You're just addressing it. People
mm,
don't realize that it's not all, they say all publicity is good publicity, and that is not true. It may be good to you now, but I always say everything you put out, when you start having children and your children grow up and your grandchildren see this, will you be proud of what you put out there? You're going on social media, you're just cussing at people for no reason, unprovoked, just because you want, because some people do it. It's not because anyone has said anything to them. They
yeah.
just want that traffic on their page. What is that to you? You get what I mean? So, well,
Nonsense.
each to his own.
Some of them will anticipate this now. They will say,
Mm-hmm,
I know that. So they've not yet
mm-hmm,
done it. I already hot
mm-hmm,
like this. Ha.
mm-hmm.
Swear low. But yeah, I think that we need to leave that in, oh, cutie pie. Sorry. I think we need to leave that in 2025. Stop talking to people like they're beneath you. Just drop it. Let me read a few comments. Where was I? Yeah, you say Nigerians respect and like people who abuse them. Actually, true. It seems like it at this point. Some people are saying Nigerians are bad for that. Even business people talk down as paying customers on social media. Yes, using them for content. Point of view. Your customer. What do you mean? AI is saying if you don't talk down to them, they think you are weak and have no clouds. Um, someone is saying, maybe I'm not following said content creator then. Couldn't be me. Honestly, I wish I could call names, but I can't. Isabiba is saying I'll follow right away when I notice that I can't be chopping insult on the internet. He's saying why there are many I can't mention him. I'm only on YouTube. Once I hear the I think because I'll just to the people that's even made me inspired me to remember these comments. You know them, all of us on the channel, we know them, but I cannot call their name. That's the unfortunate thing. Then the one I was watching a video and I'm like, I need to add this to my list because what is this? They do it all the time. It's sad, but they are a member of
That's
our
right.
Nigerian community. Big content creators. It's just sad.
Mm.
YouTubers. But
Wow.
anyway, this is what it is. My next point is judging situations by our standards or personal achievements and experiences. Let's learn to respect people's choices. And Shinkus, what do you think about this?
I agree. Oh, let's learn to respect people's choices, but in different areas, right?
Yeah.
I want to say something, but I'm trying to refrain myself from saying it. But there's some things that people are going to judge you on. If you're going to be okay with it, then that's fine. One of the aspects is when you're talking about, well, that's not what today's talk is about, but your choice, you decide to marry someone that was a walking red flag. Everybody warned you, you did not hear.
Mm.
Then when Glass Boost came, you are shouting to the public to help you. If they now say they don't have empathy for you, like I usually say, please don't say I'm judging, no, because I'm not judging. I'm just saying we warned you, we told you, but you didn't listen. I mean, I'm just using that as a scenario, right? But in general, though, people have choices. They get to make their own choices. But if you make your choice, please be willing to live with it. But if you know you can't live with it anymore, you do what you need to do. After all, we're not paying your bills.
Mm. Yeah.
That's just it. Simple.
Honey babe, do you have anything to
Honey,
add?
babe, where are you?
Honey babe,
You,
sleeping.
Abby, you missed me for the other subject, but it's fine. I'll leave that.
What's the other subject?
The one you're talking about before, you didn't ask me. You just asked, but it's fine. Don't
Oh
worry.
no, because we don't have names. Now everybody is for me, they don't know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So I said, let me just carry
Um.
on and move on.
I. Yeah. Yes. Move on. Yeah. We know the ones, Abby. Don't worry.
Oh,
We
you
know.
know
We
them.
know. We know. We know. If you know, you know.
Please let me know. I don't know.
Don't worry. You know, we'll go off platform for that.
I'll send one for to our group. Some people now
Yeah,
to our
sent
group.
it. Yeah, to our glove. But in terms of choices, I'm all about respecting people's choices, good and bad choices. But I do believe that if you come onto this social media streets, you are subject to judgment. Because if you don't want to be judged, keep your private business affairs to yourself. But if you come onto these social media streets and be talking rubbish about Danish deception and rubbish like that, then far as I'm concerned, you have given authority and compliance for us to judge you. Especially like Sister Yinka said, in terms of like, you come on, tell us about a situation, you saw the red flags, you ignored it, and you want us to be sympathetic. Yeah, maybe you might get sympathy, but we're still going to point out, oh, there was red flags. I personally think that if you don't want to be judged, don't come onto social media. Keep your mistakes to yourself, learn from it, get the necessary therapy and move on. But if you're coming onto social media, and a lot of people coming onto social media to tell us about their trauma, and they cheapen themselves by using that trauma for coins, be prepared to be judged. Be prepared to be judged. So I just think personally, if you don't want to be judged and you want people to respect your choices, please don't tell us. Keep it to yourself. But once you come onto social media, all bets are off. We have the audacity and we have the right to judge you because you put it in our face and you put it on social media, and then it's a recommendation that I have to click on, and I hear your mad, crazy, stupid story. So I just think personally, yes, we should respect choices in private, but once it's on social media, you're fair game.
I agree with you. You have to understand that you're sharing your life with the public is what it is. People are going to have opinions. But I just think that sometimes there's some kind of things that be happening. The way you see people be vibrating. Some people will be crying. Why are you crying? What's going on? No, but these people don't know you. Like, is this you being an empath? I don't know. I just think that we need to relax. That's just my opinion. Can I go to the next? Can I go to the next? We have time is going. We have less than 20
You
minutes.
can.
Okay, so the next one is, and seeing because I think you were quite passionate about this, I'm going to let you go. Burnout culture, celebrating lack of sleep and work overload, being busy all the time.
Yes, so like everybody else, I'm sure that we've probably heard about someone that just fell down and just passed away from there. We're
Mm,
not going to let lack of sleep or lack of rest be the thing that's going to take us off this earth. Let's leave it in 2025. Nobody gets a badge of honor
that's it.
for not resting. And when you're 6 feet under, even if you deserve the badge of honor, you wouldn't get it because you're 6 feet under. I'm so big on this. It's so big for me on this one because I've seen so many people just die, not, pass away, not from, you know, I mean, lack of sleep will mess up your health pretty much. People not resting, you're pulling hours, you're doing ashrebi. I'm talking to some people. If you hear me, I'm sorry. I just had to say it.
Ewo.
Instead of resting, rest. Stop pulling overtime and overtime and overtime. You're just enriching the IRS. That's what you're doing because they will pull theirs and you'll be left with the rest. And what will you do with it? You go back and pull more hours. Please rest. If anything is going to happen to any one of us in 2026 that's going to cause us, in Jesus' name, will not happen, to be 6 feet under, it will not be because of lack of rest. It is not a crime to rest. We need to learn to take vacation. Even if you don't have anywhere to fly to, do a staycation in your house. But we need to make sure that exhaustion, just remember that exhaustion is not success. Working yourself to this point that you cannot do anything good for yourself is no good. It means you're no good to yourself, you're no good to your family. So why are you doing it in the first place? Please, burnout is not a badge of honor. We need to leave it in 2025. Let's not carry it into 2026. Thank you.
Thank
Can I
you.
Sorry, can I say something in regards to that? As much as I do agree with Sister Yinka, I think that nothing's going to change because it's like a badge of honor. Even from the streets of Lagos, it's like you're constantly striving, constantly hustling. In our community, there is this mindset that we have to be successful. I remember on Sunday school, you heard what people are saying. I think I said something, and that's the only and one time that I will ever do that Sunday school thing again because I got bashed. But I remember people were saying that I was asking as a Christian, do you think it makes sense to be a millionaire? People were bashing me. That it's not a big deal. Yes, we should strive to be millionaires. And if you got the average Nigerian in our community talking like that, how do you become a millionaire? You don't sleep. So there is this mindset in our community that we need to hustle all the time. We come to the UK, not myself, but you come to the UK, Canada, or US, and you're working full time. You got this hustle, that hustle, this hustle, that hustle, this one, that one, this project. So there's this mindset that you have to be a millionaire by fire, by force. You have to have that big house when you come to America or the UK. You have to have that big car. So I think it's kind of ingrained into you from the time that you're born that you have to hustle, you have to be rich, you have to be successful. There's enough. Me personally, I think the problem we have is that we as our community, we're not satisfied. We're not satisfied with the mundane 9 to 5. And I say this all the time, not everyone is destined to be a millionaire. For me personally, there's nothing wrong in life of having enough money to cover your bills and enough money to pay your everyday expenses. But the average Nigerian aspires to be a millionaire. Why? I don't understand it. So when you have that mindset that you want to be rich by any means necessary, of course you're not going to sleep. I have so many friends of mine that are all nurses and do night shift. I think every single one of them has got insomnia, cannot sleep because they're working 40, 50 hours, doing extra shifts, want to be doing bank work. Oh, we need cover for this. You see, then they will volunteer to do every single piece of hour because they want to be rich. So I think the mindset for me is that be satisfied with what you have. Me living in the UK, and I'm not judging people, is that I see a lot of my white friends, a lot of my Asian friends, and a lot of my Jamaican friends, they are satisfied with just doing 37 hours and that is it. As long as it pays their bills, as long as they are satisfied, they can pay whatever, excesses, look after their children, they don't care. There is no shame in taking a holiday. There is no shame in saying, I want to be part-time. I want to be there for my kids. But the average Nigerian that I know, we always want to work more than we should. And that's where you have this mindset where you have burnout. You hear stories that Sister Yinka says where, you've worked so hard and next thing you know, you find out this person, deleted in their sleep, all because we are so greedy that we want to be millionaires. So I think I hear what you're saying, Sister Yinka. Whether it will change in 2026, no, because the average Nigerian wants to be rich. The average Nigerian is aspiring for every and everything. So that's where the problem is.
Honey, baby, I don't know why you want to throw our Sunday school team under the bus. So,
I said it. You remember I said it, and people were bashing me. Why can't you be a millionaire as a
but
Christian?
that's not what happened. You cannot say
I
people.
remember. I
You
remember.
cannot say people are bashing you because every now and again on all of the shows, there's going to be bass balls. But now saying it like bashing you, I see people ganged up against you.
No. I think it was just everyone was like, "What's wrong with being a millionaire?" And I kept saying, "Not everyone is destined to be a millionaire."
Anyway, me, I'm destined to be a millionaire. Me, I don't know
There
what
you
you're
go.
talking about.
What am I talking about?
No,
In order
no
to
be
do
me.
that, you have to work.
No be me. Go just go suffer. Anybody else, everybody else, don't be destined. Me, I'm destined in the name of Jesus.
I understand. I do get it. But what I'm trying to say is that the obsession is becoming something else. I think BB gets what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I just think that I think be satisfied with what you've got. As
No,
long
I
as
get
you got
what
money.
you're saying, but it's just the way you throw my Sunday school. That's my
I'm
Sunday school
sorry,
is
but
my platform.
I
You
have
have
to
to
tell the
comfort me
truth.
now. You can't throw my Sunday
Yeah,
school.
I
On
agree.
that,
I agree with Honey Babe. A lot of us, I see, a lot of us,
yes,
Nigerians, we're amazing people. There's this thing about us that we're always wanting to strive for the best, and I get it. But at the same time, there's a fine line between not being content with what you have or where you are. And that's what's killing a lot of us.
exactly.
We're not content. We cannot say, okay, you know what, this is good. I mean, how do you not do you, how many people know what it looks like to just have peace of mind?
Hmm.
Just have peace of mind. It may not mean you may not have $1 million in your account. You may not even have $1,000 in your account as savings put aside. But there's this peace that you just have because you have food on your table, you have everything that you need, you have extra money a little bit on the side, and you just have the peace of mind. And you're not chasing because you're trying to play along with the Joneses. No. A lot of us do that. A lot
Yeah,
of us do that to our own detriment.
yeah.
That's why that lack of rest exists. That's why that lack of sleep exists because you're
Hmm.
trying to be like somebody that you should not be like. And that's why a lot of us are dropping dead too. I just
Hey,
don't
you
want us to
said it.
carry that into 2026. That's just all.
I agree with what you're saying, Sister
Okay.
Yinka, because that's
So,
another reason why I left. Because, like I said, I
oh
didn't want to
please,
what
honey
I
babe.
didn't want to
Oh,
listen. Let me just say it.
honey babe.
Yeah,
I moderate Sunday school,
yeah.
and that is not what happened. Like every
You're still
other
on this thing.
show.
I've moved on. Okay, no
Yeah, I
problem.
know, but you keep referring to it, and I don't feel like it's fair because that's not what happened. We were
Mm-hmm.
all there, and like every other show across the board, we all
Uh-huh.
disagree. And the
Yeah.
question that day was from a spiritual standpoint, and spiritually, we're trying
Mm-hmm.
to explain to you that this is what God wants
I will
for
never
us.
come back, Biba.
Mm.
Never. Yeah, I get
Spiritually,
it.
Come back.
God this is what
Come
God
back,
wants
honey
Lie,
for
babe.
us.
lie. It will never
We're not
happen.
talking, and you forget that when we talk about wealth, everybody's not talking about $1 million. There's so many things that come under wealth, where from a Christian standpoint, including even good health, everything that you need, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let's just stop referring to Sunday school and let's
That's not a problem. That's not what I get what you're saying, but I just wanted to reference that. What I'm trying to say is that for me personally, I think for a lot of people, I'm not saying everyone is like me, but I've seen situations where friends of mine have been so focused on their career, on basically competing with the Joneses and not being there for, because to me, I do believe this. I think family is very important. Careers can come and go, but you can't go back in time once your kids are grown and you've missed the most important time for them, which is from 0 to 20 or whatever. You can't go back in time. And for me, I don't want to live in regret. So I think it's very, very important that be content with what you have. Yes, it's great to be entrepreneurial, but don't forget the bigger picture, which is family and friends and family, because you can't take this money when you go.
Absolutely. I do think that there's the balance too. I do think some people actually genuinely want to be successful and it's not about anything else. And I'm one of those people where I have such an amazing life outside of social media, and you would never hear about it until I'm sending it to you. Social media or not, my life is great. Social media or not, what looks like a curated life, my life almost every day is curated. And that's just the truth. And I'm one of those people that, and that's why I believe that there's people that are about a certain life regardless of social media, and people just don't believe it because of how social media is very weird. And I've seen this all the time where I am all of this, for instance, organizing what do you call it? And content, people that organize. That's actually how I am in real life. That's how I grew up. But people think that nobody's house is this neat in real life. I laugh in my mother's language. My mom, every day everything is curated, but it's very funny to me because again, like, I know people like this in real life, but we all think that, oh, everything's about social media, everything's about, some people actually are really trying to create the life that they want. I was speaking to somebody as well about how much she works, and then for the very first time, unfortunately, she actually broke down and told me about her the expectations. And it's so sad because I was trying to explain to her that I feel like she needs to change her lifestyle in 2026. I think that the people that she's working so hard for, I think that she needs to actually ignore them. If it's £100 you can send, it's £100 you can send. I was literally trying to convince her. I sent her a few content as well that I've seen on social media about the whole black tax and all. Sometimes we don't really understand why some people do the things they do. But I agree, there's people that are working so hard for Range Rover and all of that stuff. And for me, life is very simple, which is why I said when I do the episode on even like luxury purchases and stuff, I will explain where life is very simple. Sometimes I'm going to use what is common, Birkins as an example. Sometimes you sit down from your corner and you actually want to curate Toke Makinwa's lifestyle. Toke Makinwa has maybe 20 Birkins. Who needs an orange Birkin? Who needs a yellow Birkin, and for what? Now, can you afford one? Yes, you probably can. Why do you want six? That is the problem. Now, can you afford a Range Rover in 2 years or in 3 years? Maybe you can. Why do you want it this year? If really and truly that is your dream car. I'm not the person that's going to sit down here and say that if a Range Rover is what's going to make you happy at some point, don't work towards it. The only issue I have is when you're not also living. I always say something. One of the things that I live by is live in the moment, but plan in decades. That's one of my mantras. Plan in decades, meaning you're saving, you're actually still trying to curate the life that you want. Whether it's soft life. Now it might not be attainable today, but it's not attainable in 2028. Yes, possibly. But you're going to go at your own pace and create the life that you work. So for me, life is very, very different from where I'm sat. I don't believe that people shouldn't work towards what they want. It just depends on the pace. Are you doing it because you like it, or because everybody else likes it, or because it makes you look a certain way? That is where I think people differ. It's just about the reason you're doing it and the pace at which you're doing it. That's my opinion. The next thing which I think I think you want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The next thing which kind of falls under this is also overconsumption, which is, again, I use an example of the token makiwa thing. That is one of the things that I'm very passionate about. I've never understood why you need a purple Birkin. You have black already, it's not okay for you. You want purple. Like, what situation are you? Where are you going to that you are using purple Birkin? As in, you are representing Barney. Are you what are you? I've never understood it, and that's what I'm saying about. I think the one thing that I agree with is even like in a sense, I think it was Antonius that said something about keeping up with the Joneses. Again, people
Mhm.
can a lot of times people can actually afford things. The problem is how much of it they want to afford. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. So even the whole thing is like, for instance, let's even use a house for example. You believe that you you need a 4 bedroom house for the number of children that you have or whatever, whatever. Now, what that means is that you may need to live in a place. Maybe you may need to move to Lekki phase 1 instead of Ikoyi. right? There's a significant, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, where Lekki phase one is not that bad though. It's not like you're moving to some Ajegule or something, somewhere that you consider not great for bringing up your children. I think that's what I'm saying again, where it's just like balance, where this is what you need. And all it takes is just maybe slight discomfort. I don't know if I'm landing my points properly. So
I
again,
get
that's
you.
what I don't like about overconsumption. How many of these things do we actually need? And what is the purpose? I say this all the time about influencers, those people that are competing with influencers. To today, I have not influenced for a very long time. To today, I still get PR packages. This December, brands YSL sends me mascara, perfume, sends me a few things because they don't really take you off a lot of these PR lists anyway. So you will not come and be competing with influencers that most of their clothes are free. Think about it. You have to buy a lot of cosmetics. You have to buy a lot of things. They don't have to buy a lot of it, so they have money to splurge in other aspects. Half of the time, you see an influencer go on a trip. Every time I've gone on a trip, I've sent an email to an establishment. I'm coming here, blah blah blah. Most of my friends are influencers with millions, thousands. I'm saying like close to a million followers and more. So every time we travel, you most likely they know you're coming. So that means that where you are paying, you have seen me now that I've gone to 4 seasons. My sister, 4 seasons, £5,000 a night. Maybe me is £800 I paid though. Because we've written letter that this is our engagement, our combined engagement, and I come. Do you understand? Again, I'm just saying this. I'm not even for me to throw anybody on a bus, but this is actually the reality of our lives, a lot of people's lives, a lot of influencers' lives. But you want to go, you've now gone to save and screenshot the hotel they stayed at. But you don't know that before they got there, their management has sent an email to the hotel to say, hey, can we do a quick collab on this? They're going to tag you. This is the impressions they get. This is what happens. This is what happens. And they cut a deal. Sometimes 100% free. Other times 80% off. And you think you want to compete? Those are the people that are giving you inspiration. Inspired because he looks nice, amazing. Do you know how many camera angles and editing it takes for things to look as nice? You now, when you go there, you will say it's not nice because you don't know how to take picture like that now. Do you know how to make videos like that? You don't. No, I think because it's true now.
I get you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he play. Hey, this influencer lied to me. Are you sure? It's just not your job. In the beginning of this live stream, I gave an example with even like things like KFC, Burger King, all of these places. Look, every time is what you got, what you ordered versus what you got now. Because it's advertising. Social media is some sort of, and is a certain kind of advertising, right? So let's be guided. Let's not follow influencers blindly. By all means, they're actually there to influence you. That's what they're named. That's what they're called, influencers. They're there to influence you. But that doesn't mean that you go overboard and do exactly what they do. 2 million naira bone straight, whatever. Most of the people that are selling these wigs are their friends. Were we not here when they were saying that people are renting what's it called, Valentine surprise packages with Hermes and Cartier and Chanel and Louis Vuitton? Were we not here when they said they rent bouquet of flowers? That they are renting things that look like what? Let's say £20,000 worth of presents for the girlfriends and for Valentine's Day and for birthdays. Are you not seeing that they said that they are using 2 million naira to rent something that is 20 million naira? Are we not here when they said that those what they call their bookies that change dollars, they give them briefcase of dollars to use to do photo shoots, and then they return it. They are giving them 1 million naira to collect what's it called, box of dollars to use.
Yeah, but Abby,
you want to follow them.
Most of the
I should say us. Yes.
Is it true that most of the influencers, I'm not talking about the Nigerian ones, but most of the influencers, even the when they do that kind of like, unboxing shoes, unboxing bags, that's basically shoes and bags and whatever, or clothes that has been given them free from the actual brands. Is that not correct?
Let me tell you one of the reasons one of the reasons I stopped social media. And in fact, they struggle for me because at the end of the day, my niche is always going to be fashion. So whether or not I go back, it is what it is. I don't even know why I'm giving all of you our scope now. But because if I go back now, give us scoop. Let me tell you what it is that used to pain me was that was new in Zara. So, my darling, you went to Zara to spend 800 pounds and you've just gone come and dressed up for us. Whatever, have you now returned all the outfits? As in,
Mm-hmm.
what was new in Zara? Only for you to finish wearing all the clothes to do what they call that thing? Try on haul. Try on haul, only for you to return all the things to Zara next day. I don't know, but just do you know what I mean? Now you and you've got to go and follow me, you've got to buy the clothes. But me, I return my own the next day. But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, that's the business because my job is to show you what is new in Zara now. Abby, not that I'm going to wear it.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Not that I'm going to wear them. So these are the issues, really and truly.
Yeah.
I'm just here to say that me, it can be a job for me, it can be a job for all of your favorite influencers, but that's my point. It's not your own job. So focus on your life. If Chioma good hair that is on my screen, Chioma posts 50 things. Do you have to buy all 50? Choose the one that you like and buy it. That's my point. You like it not only because you like because you also need it. It fits into your work life, whatever. Whenever I have people message me to style them, even my friends, I always consider that I'm not styling myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I always consider things like, okay, so me, because at this point I collect fashion pieces, it doesn't matter. It is what it is for me. But for my friends, I think about it as over people who are not in the same business. I think about it as, okay, you need to be able to wear this thing over and over again. Even when I style brides, I think about their shoes and stuff. There's some brides I don't mind. They want their wedding shoes to be their wedding shoes. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? They want because it's special. I want to wear this
Mm-hmm.
Manolo Blahnik, what's one of those shoes that everybody wears? So I'm seeing because one of the ones that has the brush. It has
I can't remember, Jerry.
you like the Manolo Blahnik, whatever.
What's the name
That's what
of?
you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want because that's everyone uses that.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bride, blah blah blah. I hear you, but at the same time, the issue is, would you be able to wear it to work afterwards? Because
Mm-hmm.
you're not a fashion collector. You're not a fashion collector at all. They're called hangisi. I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody knows those shoes, malobanic
Yeah.
hangisi shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Every bride's dream, and they're not too expensive in comparison to a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them. Okay, yeah, you want to wear them for your wedding, blah 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 blah. I hear you, but my question is always, do you actually would you be able to wear them to work afterwards? And I've changed a lot of what's the word? I've stopped a lot of my brides from buying certain things before because in my mind I'm just like, you are not going to be able to wear it again, and they will agree because at the end of the day you're about to spend these shoes. Everybody knows
Mm-hmm.
every brides, especially the white ones for weddings, And I'm like, okay, I hear you, but these shoes are not cheap. They're not cheap. You want to wear them again, don't you? So these are the sort of conversations that people used to have. Me, I'm not here to this not about influencers. It's their job. They're supposed to wear these things. You are the one that is not supposed to fall for them. That's my point. These are the shoes I'm talking about. You're the one that's not supposed to fall for them. So anyway, that's it. And then let me read a few comments and then I'll come to Auntie Inkusa and Honeybee for the last words. Honey babe, they're begging to come back to Sunday school.
Please come back, oh. Please come back, oh.
You're funny. I think
Since
about
people need to learn balance. What will be the use of material things if you don't have good health? Exactly. The people say repping Barney. Honestly, because why are you carrying purple Birkin? You can buy a cheaper purple bag, in my opinion. I don't know, Sha. Except you. And my point is, if you have the money for purple Birkin, that's it. I'm just saying you don't have to have 20 Birkins. I'm not saying purple is your favorite color, and you have, but it's just that we want to copy Toke Macron that has yellow, red, purple, green, orange. Where you can only afford one or two, stick to your neutral colors and keep it moving. And so you're saying, thank God I've never been one to ever feel like I should flash my life about. All these things don't matter to me. Absolutely. Is that what you're saying? People like Toke are very shallow and empty. They overconsume to feel fulfilled, but every purchase they're still empty. They stay buying rather than doing the work within. That's true. So MJ is saying there's a psychology in advertising marketing. Absolutely. Is it that serious to be renting bouquet of flowers? That thing shocks. So we heard about it. I was shocked. Even the luxury bags, the bags and boxes. And you know that I'm not going to lie to you guys. I started to sell my boxes on eBay when I learned about it, because you can sell one MS box for as much as £50. Louis Vuitton box. Let's sell them now. What's my own? I'm not when I was moving to Manchester last year. That's how I started to sell. I was just like, I have so much. Let me sell some and keep some. And yeah, why not? Sell. A lot of people sell their dust bags as well. You go on eBay, be seeing dust bag, Amina Muadis and the rest for 20 something pounds, 30 something pounds. If you don't need them, then you don't need them. And so you need to give us scope, because I'll collect free makeup from you. I get lots of PR packages. I'm here like, people should remove me for a list. I'm not going to post about this thing. But I stopped doing makeup and skincare and stuff a long time ago, because I don't believe that is one size fits all for those sort of things. So I stopped doing it. Why am I advertising makeup to you when it might not work for you, or skincare for you to you? Since I'm just saying, honey babe, sometimes they return the items after unboxing. Yeah. Is Abby a professional stylist? Kind of, sort of. Amina
Yes, yes.
Amina Mwadi is also, the Begums, they are called. They're also very
Mm-hmm.
popular and everybody likes them. Jimmy Chutsu is another, wedding brand
Mm-hmm.
lot of brides want. And so you say my wedding shoes were 9 West and they were the perfect look I wanted for my dress. It's not always about being expensive. You have to mix it up. She's AY saying, girl, from time I bought one Sophia Web stand, I've had to wear it once, never again. If it isn't something I can repeat, I enjoy my money on, forget about it. Absolutely. And I advise my brides that are not
Mm-hmm.
that, because weddings are already expensive. So let's think about it. I know that you want to wear Manon LeBlanc, you want to wear Jimmy Choo. Everybody has dreamt about it, but let's be guided. Can you wear it to work? Can you wear it? In fact, these particular shoes on the screen, one of my brides, the deal that we had, I took the shoes afterwards and we took it to professional. So there's professional shoe spas and they turned it to black for her.
That's what
Because
I did to my wedding shoes.
yeah,
I turned it to pink though, because that's my favorite color.
they turned it to black for her. So now she can wear it in more, with more stuff to church and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. So the white gets dirty. Of course, by the end of the wedding, these shoes are very dirty. So most of the time, stylists would also offer you the service of, can I get, so for this, my bride, I got the shoes and her dress back. So I was the one that was in charge of dry cleaning her dress and turning the color of so that was the deal we made. You're not wearable anymore. So let's turn the color. It's already very dirty from all of the walking around during the wedding. The least of your problems is watching your shoes for your wedding. So I took her dress back. I dry cleaned this professionally and also took the shoes back, took it to the spa, and they changed the color. So I offer all of this advice while we're styling, so that everybody knows what they're getting. Anyway, and Siyinkus, or let's start with
Yes.
Honeybee. Honeybee, your last words, please, on what we're living in 2025, and if you have any advice on what we should be taking into 2026.
I think it's just, my summary would be is that really think about 2025 and what it means for you with literally the last day we have left. And really think about your priorities. A lot of things you need to put in the bin. The not wearing bra in the bin, showing your boobies in the bin, and basically the whole influencer thing. I say this every day. Social media is just another movie. Do not take social media literally. All these influencers that are talking about lattes, whatever it is, take everything with a pinch of salt. It's not reality. So I think that, with influencers, you can take everything with a pinch of salt. If they buy 50 dresses, doesn't mean you have to buy 50 dresses. And one thing I will say is definitely in 2026, think about what is your priority. I know that people have visions, projects that they have in 2026, but please do not work yourself to delete. Think about your mental health, think about your physical health. And as Abby said, I know some people aspire for great things and to be wealthy and rich and, to be entrepreneurial. Take baby steps. You don't have to do 100 hours to succeed. Even if it takes a little bit longer, pace yourself. So I think about 2026 and all the things you want to do. And as much as you want to be wealthy, as much as you have all these side hustles, I really implore you to, I always say this: family is important. Thank God for your life. Thank God for your health. Thank God for your family around you. Because with all this money that we are all trying to hustle, including myself, if you delete, you can't take it with you. So really think about what is important in 2026. Yeah, that's all I have to say. And have a lovely happy new year. You can see I'm not older. Yeah, that's
This
it.
is the last recap central of the year, so actually, happy New Year.
Yeah, happy new year to everyone. That's it.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
All right, thank you, honey babe. And Tinkus, what are your closing words? What do you think we should or what are your closing words for 2025, and what do you think we should aspire to achieve in 2026? And yeah, all of
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, my closing words are yes to everyone, kills faster than a heart attack. People pleasing at the expense of your self respect.
Mm-hmm.
No is a complete sentence. Let's learn that in 2025 and carry that into 2026. Please, there's no more to people pleasing as long as you're not hurting anyone. If you're able to, fine. If you're not able to, do not go above and beyond for everybody. You can't. No matter how you do it, no matter how much you do, it will never be enough. Remember that you have a family that loves you, that cares for you. If you have a husband, if you have children, if you have a wife, if you have children, remember them. Black tax will kill you faster than a heart attack. It will actually make you have a heart attack. If something happens to you and you're 6 feet under today, those people that you think are relying on you, they will live their life.
Absolutely.
While your family will suffer because you're no longer here. I am just so big on this because this year, not just this year, it's been a while now that people just drop unexpectedly, especially in this Obodo Yibo that we're in, because they are working too much. They're trying to, now forget about people that are trying to meet up with the Joneses and catch up with the Joneses and all that. No, I'm talking about people that are actually trying to supply, give money, send money back home to their families in Nigeria. Your health is wealth. If something happens to you, they will move on. Take care of yourself. Do what you can. What you can't, put this aside. Even when you can, remember that you still need something to fall back on because you only have yourself here. Please, let's stop. Let's leave that idea of building. I think it's reduced, but I'm still going to say because it's working. Don't build mansions in Nigeria while you are living in an apartment in America or in the UK or wherever you are. Wherever you are right now with your family is your home. That's where your heart is. Make sure your family, they're comfortable before you start building anything back home. Men, this one is directed at you because you guys are the ones that commit the most atrocity when it comes to this one. When you hit that certain age or you feel like you have money, don't leave your wife here and say you want to go to Nigeria to do a project and end up knocking somebody up while you are there, or coming back to say you now have a second wife. If they lock you out of the house, please don't let us hear it on social media. Let's leave all of that in 2025. Well, jokes aside, let's just evaluate your life, evaluate everything that you've done in 2025. See what has worked and what has not worked. Only you can be honest with yourself. You have to truly be honest with yourself. Evaluate everything that you've done. Take the good, leave the bad. Take the good, duplicate the good in 2026, leave the bad in 2025. I wish everybody well, and I'm so glad to be on this platform. It's been another channel for me in this 2025. That's one of the things I know that I didn't think I was going to be doing in 2025, but it found me.
Mhm.
So thank you, Uncle Ben, for the opportunity, Abby, for inviting me over today. Thank you, everybody, and see you in 2026 by God's grace. Amen.
Amen. See you,
Thank
Auntie.
you.
See
Thank
you,
you.
Honey
Auntie.
Babe.
Thank you. Really enjoyed
Thank
your.
you.
No worries. Good night. I want to say Happy New Year, but I'm going to still talk to Auntie Yinka and Honey Babe, particularly before the new year and by the new year. So, yeah. Bye, Honey Babe. Bye, sis. Good
Thank you.
night.
Bye. Have a happy new year, guys. Take care of yourselves.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Auntie Yinka. Okay, thank you very much. I think my last words would be I would say let's leave performative friendships, performative everything in 2025. Let's be authentic in 2026. Again, nobody's going to beat you. Be yourself, that's what I'm going to say. And thank you. I think I don't know how many episodes of Recap Central that I did since I started. I started quite late this year, but I believe I've done up to 10. So I'm very glad that I have this platform to speak and just say everything that's on my mind. In the new year, I do have quite interesting topics. Like I said, I have the Body to Jesus baby pipeline. That would be one of my first topics for sure in January because I already prepared for the show but just didn't end up doing it. So I already have all of the material that I need for that. And then I'm definitely going to be doing a fashion episode. I'm going to be talking about styling, what not to do, what to avoid, etc. What I think is worth spending money on, what I think is not worth spending on money on, what I would say I consider investments in terms of fashion pieces and what is just not worth the money. Also, I believe in like what do you call it? I believe in like thrifting as well. So I'll just be giving like a few tips here and there that could be helpful. So obviously it's not going to that particular episode will not be for everybody, it will just be for people that are interested in fashion. But I think that is there's a lot to talk about and there's a lot to learn and unlearn where fashion is concerned. And it's something that I'm extremely passionate and knowledgeable about. So since M just saying, Abby, you should have you be fave chibi do fake Christmas photos. They did Christmas photos. Do you know? See, I have a very weird social media whatever with social media relationship with social media these days. Where did they post? Is it a video? So and I don't really follow any celebrities or blogs. So sometimes I miss out on stuff. Who posted? Is it your that posted it? This Amebo. This is why I like this recap central. See how I did Amebo. Let me see. Is it Chioma that posted it? What's her name? Chef Chi Abi. Genge. Sis, I not see these pictures, so you need to direct the pictures to me. Uncle Ben is sad. Uncle Ben is saying this show is strictly for women to do. I don't understand anything. Uncle Ben, I don't. Uncle Ben, you should do your own show of things that men should leave behind. Okay, I have one. I actually had a few videos to play. I forgot. Let's leave let's leave men talking about women. Yeah. Let's leave. Oh, it was fake, is M. Jones. Oh, okay. How about we leave men speaking about women, men being in women's business in 2026. Uncle Ben, are you happy with that? I didn't know they could do that, as in dye shoes. Never thought of it, but it makes sense. Yeah, there's professional people. I wouldn't do it myself, but there are people that do it professionally. Oh, it was AI generated photos. Oh, okay, okay. Leave my baby Chi alone, Uncle Ben. Thank you all for engaging as always. Great show. Thank you so much. AEIAU is saying facts of performative friendships, period. Thank you, Auntie Oyi. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Uncle Ben. Thank you to my co-host, Honey Babe, and Auntie Yinkus Pepe. Thank you so much for being here. This is the last show of Recap Central. I will see you guys next year. Thank you so much. And hopefully next year there's more juicy topics. And yeah, see you all next year. Have a good night and Happy New Year. Bye.